We're preparing it for it right now. Is Daryl still coming, right?
As far as I know.
Okay.
I sent him the link and then he said fuck off. So I think
okay, cool. That makes sense.
He should be on time.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Very on brand for that nigga.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? People gonna be who they gonna be, baby.
Hey, it's all good. We were just at Palm Springs yesterday for the homie's birthday.
A word?
Yeah, our homie Justin. You know Justin.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was his birthday on the 7th, so they got a little Airbnb.
And isn't Paul's coming up?
Paul's is on the 14th, I believe. What's today?
Today's the 12th. I know, right?
Yeah, so yeah, so his joint's coming up too.
All right. What's up, everybody? As y'all come on in, have a seat, grab a seat, hit that like button. We're about to get it going. Have a great show tonight, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Javicia, a lot of people were like, yo, how'd you get Bad Woman on the show? They are really excited about the new show. So
that's all Brody.
I mean, I told him, I let him know. Yeah, that's all Brody, man. Brody is the connect on this one right here.
Well, I've been trying to, because I you know, when we did that first Zoom with the homies, dude, I got attacked, man, because we had it was Leonard and who else?
Yeah, Leonard, Vince, I think Teddy was on there, and I think they just came in with the roast me energy, thinking that it was the same thing. I'm like, bro, this ain't that show. But,
yeah. So then the next one I did with Coco Brown, that shit was flames, man. I love that one. Yeah.
So I mean, hey, man, it's always a different energy, but you know. At that time, it was still a work in progress. We got a nice little rhythm going now. So you know, we've been chilling, bro. We've been
Let me text Daryl.
Okay, cool. And I'm gonna let Brandi know that we live. She should be pulling up. I know she said she has an acting class. So you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying.
Have you met Brandi before, Javicia?
What'd you say?
Have you met Brandi before, Brandi Denise?
I don't know. I don't think so, though.
She's a comedian. She's dope peoples, man.
Yeah, she good people. She good people. She's from Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
They are on Jay tonight. Motherfucker said, "Can I buy you a fish sandwich?" They said, "She's gorgeous." Y'all don't even know she likes fish. She could be a vegetarian. Y'all just out here shooting shots blindly. And let me tell you something. I ain't mad at you. Do your goddamn.
How are you seeing this?
If you go to my YouTube page, you can have up the comments too. If you have another device, or if you're on your laptop, you can minimize the Zoom window and just launch your browser and
I see them. Yeah, just gotta mute this.
Pull it up. I might say I look like an extra in juice. You know what? Listen, guys, I just figured out how to wear a bucket hat. Okay, it took me 30-some odd years to figure. I was doing all of this shit and doing this and.
Well, you used to wear the fedora. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I still got the fedoras. I still got the fedoras on lock. The key to wearing a bucket hat is that you got to look like you don't care that you got it on, man. That's what somebody told me. So this
you got to commit. I'm proud of you, man, because you know what I'm saying. Not everyone out here could just put a bucket hat on and just continue about their daily business. You know what I'm saying?
I got a bucket head, so it just kind of goes hand in hand. I figured like that's who really made me want to do a Red Smoke. Schoolboy Q was rocking the motherfuckers. I was like, I want to rock a bucket hat. Because Jay-Z was rocking it back in the day too, but Jay-Z looked like how I looked when I was trying to rock it. It was like
yeah. Jay-Z, for like a good 1998, 1997, he was definitely doing the bucket hats.
He was doing the bucket, baby.
Yeah, he was doing the bucket.
So we got a couple more people coming in, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all just go ahead and grab a seat. We're about to get the show started in a second. I'm gonna start with the introductions as I always do. We're just allowing a little more time for people to pull up. And then we're gonna
they said I had an audition for Biker Boys 3.
You know what's so crazy? Tony Baker, if you want to pull up, man, let me know. Text me and I'll shoot you the link.
What's up, Tony?
About Biker Boys. It's on, I want to say Amazon Prime right now. And randomly, I was like, let me just see what Biker Boys is about. I forgot it. I seen it before, but I was just like, let me just randomly check it out. So I turned it on, and the opening song is the song called California from Mos Def. But it's an old joint, right? And it's not on any of the streaming sites. Like you can only get it on either YouTube or you can only listen to it on SoundCloud. And I'm like, yo, this shit is smooth as hell. And I've literally been listening to that since Saturday when I watched Biker Boys. So shout out to Biker Boys for putting me back on that smooth ass track. It's good times. Brandi! All right, we got enough people in here, man. We're going to go ahead and get it started, man. Welcome to another episode of Zooming with the Homies, man. We got 668 people in here right now. We only got 174 likes. Let's get the likes up, goddammit. I have to say this every time. If you're watching on your phone or something, just click the video down, hit the like button, and come right back. We ain't going nowhere. You got us locked in, baby. Shows people that you rocking with the video. Also keeps it up in the algorithm. And yeah, man, we're going to have a good time tonight. Let me get, I have everybody's information as far as like your handles and stuff like that. So I'm going to post that in the description right now. So you'll have that as well. And it's going to be a good time. Aside from that, let's go ahead and get it going with the introductions, ladies and gentlemen. This brother really needs no introduction. You guys are familiar with him from Zoom with the Homies. You're also familiar with him from working with Oddest Digital. He worked on Nickelodeon. He was an extra in Step Up to the Streets, and you got heard. From the DMV area, man, amazing comedian, phenomenal host, outstanding actor, writer, producer, and creator, and one of my very good friends out here in LA. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the show, Mr. Brandon BROADY.
Yes. Thank you for having me, sir. Thank you, man. I forgot about that Step Up credit, man, but I was in there doing my thing, man. I was in them party scenes. If you go check out Step Up, you see your boy getting it in with the two-step. Yep.
Listen, they're gonna think you serious too. They're gonna think you hella serious, man. Well, listen, man, I'm glad to have you here, brother. Yeah, man, we gonna keep it rolling just like that. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, what is happening right now? Okay. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, she is a comedian, producer. You may have seen her on one of the last seasons of Power. You also can look for her in the new show. And you're gonna love her because she's just dope as hell is what she does. The new show is Ghost,
Power
right?
2. Mm-hmm.
Power 2. Okay. So you can check her out, and she just got back from New York, wrapped up. She was out there for like 6 months doing a goddamn thing, working on projects, hitting stages, getting the curls in the hair, staying light skinned and shit. Chicago native, stage ripper. Funny as hell, content creator, comedian, actor extraordinaire. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the show, Miss BRANDI, DENISE.
Thank you.
What's up, lady? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm happy.
BRANDI be excited, but that's how she sounds. BRANDI could have just won $10 million. Like, BRANDI, tell us, how do you feel right now? I'm straight, I'm finna go get some Harold's, and I'm just gonna kick back and watch some Netflix. Like, you won $10 million? Like, yeah, but I got shit to do. Well, thank you so much for coming and being here, BRANDI. I definitely appreciate you. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, you guys may recognize her for a ton of projects. Most recently, she was on God Friended Me, and also now she is the star of Batwoman. She is Batwoman, goddammit. She is originally born, goddamn me, in Augsburg, Germany. Okay, went to Hampton University. Stand up, HBCUs. We out this bitch. Okay, very talented, very creative, very beautiful. Please help me welcome to the show for the first time. Y'all give her a big Zooming with the Homies applause. Javicia, Leslie, Javicia. That I right there.
I was about to correct you.
Leslie. How are you, man? Thank you for pulling up.
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Of course, you have to show off that amazing backsplash right there in that kitchen. Look at that goddamn backsplash. Huh? I know quality. I watch a lot.
That's quality, right? That's a quality backsplash for sure.
Yeah, I saw that on Love It or List It. That's a good ass backsplash right there.
They put that in with intention. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not an accident.
It's not. That was meant to happen. That was meant to happen. So we're gonna get into this, but Batwoman, how does it feel to be Batwoman?
It's an honor. It feels like it's dope. I mean, this is literally like, and Brody's pretty much known me forever. This is like my childhood dream, is to do action, is to do superhero. And when you're an actor and you're auditioning, you're just auditioning. You don't know what you're gonna get, but you do get these roles every once in a while. And you're like, damn, man, if I get this would be crazy. And so it happened. So this is really it's an honor, and it's just an honor what the representation means, you know?
Yeah. I think it's so dope. Well, you know what? Before I get into that, let me go ahead and do this last little splash right here. Ladies and gentlemen, again, welcome to another episode of Zooming with the Homies. This is a show where we highlight all types of people from all different types of walks of life: comedians, actors, writers, producers, directors, Wingstop. We have everybody on this goddamn show, and it's a great time. Former NFL, former NBA. Everybody comes to the show, man. We like to have a lot of fun with it. So please tell a friend and tell a friend, continue to pull up and come back. All I ask is that you take care of my guests. You know what I'm saying? Everybody taking time out of the schedule. A lot of people are out of work right now, or not able to work as much as they would because of obviously the COVID pandemic. So all I ask is that you take care of my guests while they are here, and also take care of my mods. So at this time, I'm going to ask all my guests to change your name to your Cash App so people can bless you a little something for your time, your little energy and whatnot. If you need help doing that, I can do it for you. My Cash App right now is belonging to my MooreMods. Shout out to Hippie Goes, Stephen Ocon, and Jennifer Rivas. They do an amazing job of making sure I get all the descriptions ahead of the show. They send all of the information to me. They send all of the pictures that I might need or anything like that. Somebody has an echo. Y'all still hear the echo?
Yeah, you got earphones?
I don't have earphones. You hear it on my
All
side?
right, keep talking. I'm gonna put mine on mute and let's see.
Okay. Testing. 1, 2. Y'all still hear the echo?
Nah.
Okay, Jay, it's yours then.
So you got earphones, VC?
I'm gonna get this light turned back on.
Was it still there?
Nah. I think it's
Nah,
good
it was
now.
coming from your side, Jay. So if
My side?
yeah, are you you watching the show? Can you mute the show while you're watching it? Because I think you got the window pulled up, so that's probably what they're hearing.
Oh, she's
No.
hearing the YouTube, right?
No, because I don't. Do you still hear it?
Testing 1, 2. I
Yeah,
still hear it a
'cause
little bit.
I don't have it up on. I'm on my iPad, and you guys
Okay.
are the only thing on my iPad.
Okay. I still hear it a little bit. I don't know whose it is. It might just be the kitchen. It might just be how it's bouncing off the walls in there. So it's all good. We'll get it.
You hear it on?
I don't think so.
You're muted now. Yeah.
Yeah, we still hear it, Brandy. So it's not you, Brandy.
2, 2, 2. Check. It's not me, is it?
But while y'all figuring out the echoes, I just want to throw in there that I went to FAMU. I'm an alumni of FAMU. You missed my HBCU, so I just
Hey.
I'm sorry, Brandy. Shout out to FAMU too.
Rattlers don't play.
Shout out to FAMU. Shout out to Brandy. Shout out to all the alums at HBCUs, man. Super
So
excited.
if I put mine on mute, is it still echoing?
You just
No,
need
it
earphones.
was coming from your side. It was on.
Just keep talking.
Yeah, it was on your side.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
You can
Yeah.
hear me. You can
I
hear
can
me.
hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, y'all can hear me. Could y'all hear me?
When you muted it the first time, we couldn't hear you, and the echo stopped. So it's coming off of your side.
Okay.
Daryl's
Feel like-
coming in here right now.
Yeah, pull up.
Boom.
What you sipping, Brandy?
Some margarita out of a container.
Pre-made drink.
Yeah, somebody brought it over last night, and I was like, "Ooh, leftovers."
Okay. They calling me a punk.
there
They
you go.
roasting me because I'll be drinking these now.
Tahir.
Oh, Brody,
You know
what
what
are
I'm
you, a fucking freshman in college?
Where you even get that from?
At the corner store.
Gas station? They give it to you for free when you fill up with $5.
Basically, yeah, it's like a rapid rewards type of thing. You know what I'm saying?
That is.
Alcohol in it?
It's like 5%, but I guess the thing is, it's supposed to be low calories. It's gluten free. I don't know, man. I feel like I'm doing something. You know, when I drink these, like I'm doing something for my health. You know.
I hear you, but you ain't. Ladies and gentlemen, our last guest for the evening just pulled up.
I'm
I
so
want
sorry
to-
I'm late.
You're all good,
I
brother. You're all
apologize,
good, man. We hadn't
man.
even really got into it yet. This brother's from Silver Springs, Maryland. Okay.
Hey.
So, you had that
You
S
might
on the end,
recognize
though.
him from way back in the day. He was Old Dog. You understand me? Old Dog Darius O-Dog Hill on the hit series The Wire. Since then, he's done so many projects, too many to name. Barry, one of my favorite movies, 3 Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri. Amazing movie. Tons of sketches, and he's killed every red carpet that he's been on. I will say this, Daryl. It's very difficult to find a picture of you smiling. All of your pictures.
Yeah. Nah, it's no more smiling.
Yeah, even the ones that I Googled, you just be like with the stone face. And I was like, but this isn't even him. He's one of the coolest people ever.
Nah, you know what it was though, T, is that when you start doing like the carpets, they would always tell me to smile, and I would do it. And after a while, I was like, who are you to tell me to smile? Mr. White Photographer. I'm gonna hold my smile right now.
Yo, the best red carpet joint for Daryl was this dude jumped and got caught. It was in midair. Like, I don't even know how. I've never seen this man jump. Yeah, the vert, like it was at least a 6-foot vert. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. Because his leg is out. He's kind of doing like.
Oh, my whole leg was out. It was a whole thing.
It was a whole thing.
That's my favorite moment though. It's a good one, man.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have actor, writer, creator, producer, and GQ Man of the Year, Mr. Dale BRITT-GIBSON in the goddamn building.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. Blah, 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 blah.
All right, man. So
you spelled my name wrong, though, Tahir. We supposed to go back, man.
Hold on, wait.
I was a little offended, man. It's okay, though.
Where? I spelled it wrong on the flyer?
Yeah, man. It's all right, though.
Hey, your boy Tahir made me. I was BT Kingsley on the first draft.
Just my mama gave me that name. It's okay.
Listen. It's a template. I try to move fast to get it to people the night before.
It's all good, baby.
Oh, wait. What did I do there? Hold on.
You left the T out in a hyphen, but it's all good, man. We rock.
I did leave the T out. I figured it was a reason why you didn't post it. I was like, either he hired me.
It wasn't even that.
That's why he pulled up late. He was like, you know what? Brody
sent it to me like 2 minutes ago. He's like, yo, post
he really did. Brody sent that shit to us like 10 minutes ago.
Thank you.
The second Tahir said, yo, you send the flyers? I sent it and I was like, yeah, done. Like I already sent it like way earlier. I was like, oh shit, yeah, I forgot.
We complained about the flyer. He put a filter on top of a filter on top of a filter. Why are you so right?
500 filters, right?
Listen, Brandy. All I did on yours is remove your background. That's all I do on everybody's picture. Only time I put a filter on there is if your picture is dark. I don't ever lighten it up. I just removed your background and you're on a white background so it looks brighter. But I didn't change anything on yours.
I was like,
Brody, all of Brody's pictures, his head is cut off or his arm is cut off. He looks hella weird on his.
I got nothing good on the internet.
Find a picture was Javicia, because she has Model S pictures all on her.
Yeah.
And all on Google.
Yeah, if you find a bad picture of Javicia, I got a bridge to sell you in Topeka, Kansas, bro. It don't exist.
Bro, and then she got like 6 looks. She had the really earthly look with the big fro. I was like, she out here just killing. She been killing.
She's on another level, dog. And she's been that way though.
Thanks, Daryl.
So you guys grew up together? Is that how you guys? Because Brody hooked it up for people that don't know. Brody is a good friend of mine. When I first moved out here, I connected with him and some other comedians, and we were working on this project with Robert Reed that really never came to life. But that's how we got cool. And I met Daryl first at Brody's house. I think at one of his parties that he used to do. Let me tell y'all something about Brody. Okay. Hold on, now we finna get real. Let me tell. Matter of fact, let him know. It like this. Let me tell y'all something about Brody. Brody used to throw these parties.
And now I'm drinking White Claws.
Man, when I tell Brody used to throw these parties, he used to stay at the small little apartment complex, right? It might have been like 8 units in that joint. When I tell you everybody, I mean, out of the 8 units, it probably would be 4 or 5 people in the units participating. So everybody's doors are open, right? And everybody got top and bottom. So you got like 10 rooms to choose from. There's a drink.
Is he talking about this? Is he talking about the spot in Echo Park?
Yes. Yes. Now here's the thing. That there was no parking. So you might park at the 7-Eleven that was like 3 blocks away, or you might have to park at the Jack in the Box that was 6 blocks away. But you walked to get back to this goddamn party. Because when I tell you, baby,
I knew the party hit an all-time high when someone was doing crystal meth in the living room. I was like, oh, we've reached out to everyone. We had all types of people here.
Yeah,
I met Daryl shortly after meeting Brody, and I don't know if it was at one of those parties or it was actually, I think it, you know what, I think it really was Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Daryl used to do these sketches called Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and there was a lot of green screen animation, and they were the wildest shit ever, but it was so funny. And I hate that you're at the height now that you are, and people will probably not go back and look at that because
no, you know what's actually crazy about that Tahir? I think about that a lot, that like soon people are gonna start like when my gangster rap career really takes off, like they're gonna bring that out. And it's a rap, dog. Like, so I'm getting everything in now because once they start pulling those receipts, I don't know what's gonna happen, man. But I'm excited for people to see that type of stuff because it just showed like how hard we were working because we were producing the show Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. People didn't have jobs. We were doing odd jobs to get money. But we somehow always came together. It'd be like 2, 3 in the morning where we were putting stuff up, writing stuff. I mean, it was the ultimate hustle. You know what I mean? But it was like a bunch of dogs who wanted it, you know?
I like that you brought that up. And at this point, I want to pose this question to everyone in the Zoom. What is the oddest job that you have ever taken or had during your pursuit of your dream?
Oh my God! I was an SAT proctor. I had to pull up.
Fucking narc,
bro! I was at UCLA administering practice SATs for these kids. You understand? Like who?
Wait,
like, I'm sure
you weren't even doing the real one. You were doing the practice.
Man, practice joints. Some families trusted me with their child. Okay, now mind you, we might have had a party the night before that. So I come in this joint, I'm damn near hungover. Like, all right, how y'all little motherfuckers doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, all right. So I was literally the dude that was saying, "Time, put your pencil down, close your booklet. Feel free to take a 5-minute water break, and then return to section 2."
Dog, that is
$50 for $50 freaking dollars, man.
Brandy, what about you? I know you got one.
Man, I gotta think on it because I don't know.
Okay, we'll come back to you. We'll come back to you. Daryl, you got anything?
Probably like,
well, you've been acting since you was fucking 14.
Yeah, but you know, but I was it wasn't that. Like, cause I think being a PA, I think that's not an odd job. Like, I think that I respect, like, I think everybody who's in film and television should work as a PA because it gives you so much more of a respect for like everything that goes into, because when we get to leave set, they stay on set. And when we get to set, they've been there 2-3 hours before we got there, and they get disrespected, and I hate seeing it, and I don't stand for it, and it's something that like people say, oh, that's a weird job. It's like, man, they hustling. So I respect PAs. And I
feel like everybody who really comes along has done it once. I did
absolutely.
A couple shows.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I think maybe it was like I feel like I was a sperm. There's probably a kid out there somewhere. I got like a bag for like to be a sperm donor. I don't.
When you say a bag, what does a bag mean? Does that mean like $1,000, $10,000?
Nah. Bag is like a duffel bag full of money. Like however much you could put in that thing. That's a bag.
Shut up, Daryl. Don't listen to him.
Just a reminder, you guys
I'm joking. That's not the job. That's not it.
You guys can change your name to your Cash App if you want. If you want to, the people will bless you because they're asking for your Cash App so they can send something your way. Brandy, if you need help or anything.
Yeah, I appreciate whoever said they sent me $20 so I could buy some real alcohol. I appreciate that. They said this one cutting it, so they put $19.99 in there.
They don't just be sending the money; they always send a little message with it too. But you got to be careful because you start getting the Cash Apps and you'll see somebody slick ass and slid a request in there. So somebody requests you 20 and you just tapping that step to step.
Go get yourself a haircut.
$20 too. I'll give one of my oddest jobs was working on TaskRabbit. And one time Clint had accepted this job where we were painting this lady's house in Beverly Hills.
Clint Coley?
Clint Coley. This lady had maybe 18-foot ceilings. We had the tallest ladder that we could find at Home Depot, right? Now we get there, and Clint just wants to start painting. She tells us what color she wants the ceiling, and it's just not just a regular ceiling. It's not just a flat ceiling. It's ceiling with exposed wood, like it's got the exposed beams in it. So he ready to just start. I was like, bro, we got to move this furniture back. He was gonna start painting over the furniture. He put nothing over the furniture, and then I was like, we got to tape, like put the blue tape on the exposed beams too, because like, bro. It was one of the worst jobs, and one of the it was like a 4-day job that we were painting this lady's ceiling, because we did one coat and she was like, oh, it's kind of light. Don't you think it's kind of light?
Just the image of you and Clint. Just the image of you and Clint helping each other with a ladder makes me laugh. Like, y'all, I got it. Don't worry, I got you.
Bro, and then it's still, even with the exposed beam, it wasn't like a flat ceiling. It was like this. So like toward the center, it was even taller. And it was like, bro, it was just a mess, man. I hated everything about that job. For $800, we did that. And she knows somebody like at a real company would have charged her like $3,000 for the height and for the difficulty level. But yeah, man.
Gotta get done though, right?
Got it
Gotta
done,
get
man.
done.
Got that quick for 400. What'd you say, Brandi?
I said I know mine. It wasn't like recent. It was definitely like over 12, 13 years. I used to dance at this place called Big Kahuna's.
Hey.
like dance or like, hey, we got a show.
So it was in Tallahassee, so you couldn't get nude, so I would wear like bikinis, but I took like pole dancing classes and stuff, and I used to paint shit on my face, and my dancer name was Cherry, and I used to, like, it was dead ass like how to be a what's the fucking movie with the girl and the stripper?
Players Club.
I had that moment. My fucking math teacher came in, and like when I was in class one day, they was like, "Yo, that's the girl that danced at Big Kahuna's." Like niggas sitting behind me. I danced there for 1 month and I fucking quit. And the weirdest shit I ever did was like, I don't know, my homegirl had like hyped me up. She's like, "We gonna do this shit together." And like, I don't know, some white nigga like paid us $200 to put our feet on his face.
That's a good Saturday.
21.
All right.
I think you win.
What about you? Do you have an odd job?
I feel like I served most of the time. Like when I moved from DC to LA, I just went into serving because I used to work at Hooters. And then from there, just like working at bars and stuff. I feel like the oddest thing that I've done that I felt like, all right, this is making me a little uncomfortable. I used to serve at private like poker parties. And they just get real weird. Like at first it starts off so nice and friendly and innocent. You get $50 just to go grab a bottle of water, like simple stuff. And then all of a sudden it's just like, it just gets weird. And I'm like, this ain't me. This ain't me.
Listen, it's so funny you say that. I'm gonna have to block the person's name. But I literally just got asked today, because I have a homeboy that has a place and he does that, right? And he literally just asked me today. He's like, "Yo, do you know any chicks? I had a couple dropouts last minute." And I'm like, "Well, what exactly are they doing?" He's like, "Literally just grabbing drinks and mixing drinks, taking jackets as people come in. Takeaway is usually like $350 to $800. I was like, I'll see if some people are interested. And I didn't have a chance to reach out to nobody, but like, that's a real thing. And I had never been.
It is real, especially in LA. Like it's a lot of little private parties where they need people to literally just make sure like the drinks and stuff are good. And I never got disrespected. I never got put into an uncomfortable situation. But it just, when you really kind of take a step back and you look at the situation, you're just like, because if something goes wrong, there's no one like here that I know to protect me. Like I might go missing on my way home. And then I told my mom and she really wasn't feeling it. So
did you carry like mace or anything? You had any protection on you?
No, I didn't really start. So I had the weirdest situation happen. Today is Monday. I had the weirdest situation happen Saturday. So I just need to start going more protected. But I'm in Vancouver right now, and y'all know, like Vancouver doesn't have any Black people, not a lot of Black people. So when we find a spot, like we're like, and there's this really dope reggae spot in downtown, and me and a couple of friends all went, and we had a great time, and then we all kind of shared one Uber to get back home. And so my first homie got out at the first stop, then my second homie got out at the second stop. So it's just me and the Uber now. And him and I are having like great conversation. He's from Sudan. He was telling me about like getting his family over here. He has a wife and kids and everything. Like literally a great conversation. So we pull up to my crib. I get ready to get out. When I go to grab my purse, he has turned around and tried to kiss me. Like
what?
Legit leaned over and like came in and tried to kiss me. I was like, what the fuck? He just like grabbed my shit and left. Yeah, it's weird, man.
It was Uber or Lyft?
This is Uber. So ever since then, like, well, I always do, like in my purse, I carry a little something, something. But the thing about it is like, you don't really have that much time to like figure shit out. You got to have something that's like a little bit quicker. Like, see what I have.
What is that?
It's a pocket knife. It's a little bigger than a pocket knife.
Yeah, that's a hunting knife. You pull that out, you got to put a deer out of his misery.
Yeah,
man, that's when you go elephant hunting. That's a big ass knife right there, man.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's so crazy, right? I've never had an issue with Uber drivers or Lyft drivers.
Yeah.
Like I'm more nervous about like when I was living in New York, taxi drivers. I've never, because you can't track them. Like when I'm in an Uber, you like it's tracked to my phone, it's tracked to my account. In a taxi, you can get into any taxi and nobody knows that you got into that taxi. So I've never had any kind of issue. And then like that happening kind of has stirred me the wrong way. I feel like I want to get a car out here.
Crazy.
Dudes be wild, man. I often say I feel for women who have to like, you know, do any business at night and they have to travel by themselves or anything like that, man. Dudes are creepy. People are creepy in general, but like just that constant fear of like, you know, just not knowing what a motherfucker's gonna do, man, is always looming. So I'm glad that you're okay, and I'm sorry that's unfortunate situation took place.
Have y'all ever seen the meme that, or it's like a social media post? And first of all, this is not, I already know like all men aren't like this whatsoever. I love my kings. I got like, those are my two close friends. Like I'm here for it, right? But there's this like social media post going around and it asks the question, or it poses the question, what would life, is talking to women, what would you do if men didn't, like, if there were no men around, or if there were no men in the world for one night?
I saw that.
And like some women were like, oh man, I walk down the street by myself. I wear what I want.
I go outside at night. Like
I go outside at night. Yeah. I go on more hikes. I do this, I do that. And I'm just like, damn, like, that's crazy that so many women feel like that. Like we feel low key vulnerable. There's this new movie called Alone. I don't know if y'all have seen it yet. And that shit is crazy because no, it's not on Netflix. It's actually still in the theaters, but you can find it on like Apple TV or Amazon. But it's just crazy because naturally y'all are just stronger than us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like naturally y'all are physically a weapon in comparison to us. So it's like we have to kind of overcompensate for that when we're just out here by ourselves.
Damn.
I mean, I don't know. I've been chased by men in Chicago, like getting off the train, walking to my house. But here's one thing I learned, because I stayed on the south side over off of 79th and Halsted at my granddaddy's house for like a year. And I was at the gas pump pumping gas one time, and this man came up. It was like 2 a.m. He came up to the car and he was like, I backed the fuck up. I started yelling at him. I pulled the pump up. I was like, back the fuck. You got to get crazy back with them. And even where I live right now in Hollywood, well, for some reason, I can't park in front of my house, so I have to walk like a block sometimes. They be like, hey, yo, mommy, how much? Like, whatever. They be thinking I'm a streetwalker or some shit. And I be like, what the fuck do you want? And I'm like dead ass, like, bitch, I'm the police. What's good?
Right.
Drive off. Like, you gotta act crazy sometimes. Like, I don't mind. I'll cuss you gonna get cussed out before you pick me the fuck up.
And I commend both you guys, because I think, you know, you, as far like Javicia and Brandi, you guys are both like know how to hold your own. You know what I mean? And it's scarier for those women that don't. You know what I'm saying? That are in those types of situations.
Unless you can't be a victim unless you gotta be a victim. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hollywood is just a crazy place in general, man. Like I definitely feel for the women that don't have people there to help them in certain situations and things of that nature, man. I literally remember maybe 2 years after being out here and at the IHOP on Sunset across the street from that In-N-Out Burger. I was just walking away. It was an evening. I was just wanted to walk, didn't feel like driving, walking. And this dude saw me start talking crazy. So, you know, I'm like, man, who the fuck you talking to? This nigga threw a piece of shit at me. Shit.
Like his own shit.
That's
like,
disgusting.
Shit.
like he produced his own shit and threw it at you?
Shit. It was
Oh,
I don't
wow.
know if it was from a dog or if it's human, but it wasn't a small. If it was a dog, it wasn't a small dog. It was a big dog. Threw a piece of shit at me. And I was like, you know what? The streets have changed.
Was it in Hollywood?
It was in Hollywood.
Of course, yeah, that's definitely a Hollywood story.
Yeah. Yeah.
I used to live downtown, and I done seen more shit coming out of people's asses in real fucking time ever in my life than downtown. I was walking downtown from Santee Alley to my apartment, just like beautiful Sunday, 4 p.m. This nigga made eye contact with me, and I didn't realize that he was bent over. I didn't realize it, but he was staring at me until I saw his nuts hanging between his legs. And then I said, well, damn, he ain't got on no pants. And his nuts hanging, and he was bent over like this, and he was facing the street. I'm just looking at him. This nigga projectile shitted into the street. Cars were swerving so they wouldn't hit his shit. It's 4 o'clock on a Sunday, bruh. And then the crazy part about it is I just kind of like ran, right? My homegirl who just moved downtown like a year ago, she was like, girl, you never gonna believe this. I was walking down the street and this man made eye contact with me and he just started shitting. I was like, I think that's the same nigga.
Oh my gosh.
Then he found that full of porta john.
It's a different type of different out here. I'll say that just to be politically correct.
It is. And moving out here, like, dude, like I literally, like, I was so bent on when I moved to LA, I was like, I gotta live in Hollywood. I have to be in Hollywood. You know, my roommates, I live with the Jewish and Puerto Rican dude who you guys know, and they were like, we're gonna move to Echo Park. And you know, coming from anywhere else, you don't know what the hell an Echo Park is. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, no, I want to be like telling everyone in DC, I'm in Hollywood, bro. Hollywood is trash.
I will never move back to Hollywood. Once you move out of Hollywood,
you never go back.
Like, bro, I ain't never go back.
Once you move to the valley, you literally think, why would I have lived anywhere else? There's parking lot, that there's no traffic. Like,
I still feel like downtown is more gross than Hollywood.
I live downtown, but like it's definitely
downtown, Brandon.
I live downtown, but I don't live in the, like, trust me, there's some sketchy parts. The area I live is comfortable. You know what I'm saying? It's not weird. I live closer to Staples and all that. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little more, they've got a lot of new restaurants, a lot of new buildings and all that. But downtown, if I walk 6 blocks in the wrong direction, I'm gonna see some shit flinging.
Oh yeah. Here's the thing about downtown. Downtown is dope in the sense of there's always some shit to do, and it's a lot of like little duck house spots. Like it's one club down there where the floor is transparent, like
reserved.
Like oh yeah, and they got the women in the floor dancing. Have you seen that one, Brody?
I thought you were talking about Reserve, where it was a converted bank. It was like an old bank they turned
into.
No, not
that. I know what you're talking about. The Reserve right there. No, this one literally has women in the floor dance. They're like laying on their back and they're like.
Are they trapped? Do people?
What?
Bro,
very dangerous.
Yeah, that sounds like a hostage situation.
Bro, I don't think they want to be there.
It works. It works.
You were at a club to hear? That was a club.
Yeah, it's like a little club. And I only knew about it because Empire was having like a artist appreciation night. We had just finished up some interviews. I was interviewing like D Smoke and phony people and a ton of people, and they had like an artist appreciation night, and they did it at the spot. And it was dope as fuck, but it was just like, nigga, this crazy. But there's so many dope spots like that in downtown. The thing with downtown that sucks is every part of it smells like pee.
Mm-hmm.
Parking is horrible. The driving is horrible. The people are weird as fuck. Like, I think definitely the homeless people downtown are way weirder than the homeless people in Hollywood. They've evolved. It's Pokemon shit. They haven't gotten to downtown level yet.
I used like, what was it, 2 summers ago? I worked at City Hall. Like I had like a job or whatever. I was working at City Hall and I was out there doing my lunch break and like just sitting outside on the steps of City Hall and like dead ass, somebody just started shooting up in front of me. And I had never seen some shit like that. And then as I would walk to City Hall, because I lived in walking distance from City Hall, I didn't know that you could sleep on the lawn until 7 a.m. But after 7 a.m., you got to leave. So I was going to work early one day and this dude was just standing there with his dick out. Like just woke up time to go, but like his dick was out. And I'm just like, and I asked my coworkers, I'm like, so people could just sleep on the city hall, they could just sleep there? And she was like, yeah, they just have to be gone by 7 a.m. But like people would live on the line and they would be shooting up and shit. And I'm just like, yo, LA is wild. Like
it is wild.
Never, you know, nothing like this in my life ever. And like,
and that's the thing about homelessness too. It's because the weather's so good. It's like it's actually doable to be outside. You know what I'm saying? To just have a little tent or just have a little like a
but
spot
it's also it's also a city that does very little to help its homeless population.
Mhm.
Yeah.
right.
It turns its back on its homeless population in a way that's completely disgusting, and it needs to be fixed, and nobody does anything about it. And the more people that speak up about it, something's going to change, because you look at these people and we tell stories about them, but in reality, it's like, that could be your brother, your cousin.
what can you do when this is the highest city to live in? You have people who work 40 to 50 hours who can't afford to live here. You know,
everybody, a lot of people are one check away from that. It's weird to me that like
it's a statistic.
there's always
For sure. It's
weird to me there's always a fight against drugs, but like if you go to like some of the oil shops downtown LA, they sell the valves for crack, like to smoke crack in. And you be like, who manufacturing these little glass valves for niggas to smoke crack in? And how is the government allowing this to happen? It's like, yeah, we ain't selling the crack, but you selling the tools.
Systemic, man. It's a system. You know?
Exactly what it is. Yep.
Because I was down there buying some oil, some burning oils.
It's a tax on the poor.
In like one of those, like the goldfish bowls, like the little glass bowls like that, right there on the counter is the tube with the bulb. And I'm like, yo, they just selling this here? Like that? How is this even possible? I don't understand that this is legal.
Well,
it's a tax on the poor.
Vancouver has an open needle law. So like there's like an area where they can legally, they have it
in Portland as well.
Yeah. And what they said though is it's actually lowered their OD numbers because you have them all in one specific area. So you like it's quicker for the ambulance to get to them. It's quicker to the hospital. Right. They're also controlling the amount of drugs that are being administered. So it's like this thing of like, okay, well, if you can't stop it, what can you do to try to at least control it so many people aren't dying from it?
Right.
They give out clean needles as well.
Yeah, they give out clean needles.
Yeah. I watched some James Franco. No, it wasn't James. I think it was James and David Franco. Did you see that movie? I can't remember what it was called, but Dave Franco was basically like a heroin addict. You know what I'm saying? And it was just going through the whole like tribulation of that. Heroin movies always fucking freak me out. You know what I'm saying? I've never seen anyone actually do heroin, but just like movies like Requiem for a Dream, Basketball. What was it? Basketball Diaries. Yeah, like heroin movies give me the creeps, yo. I can't imagine, man.
I didn't know I didn't realize how much stuff was legal in Amsterdam until I went. Like, basically everything is legal there. And I don't know if like their mindset is like, if you make everything legal, nothing is taboo, which possibly could cut down on crime, because we didn't hear about a lot of crime in Amsterdam. Didn't see anything. Like people were literally, you sell anything, you know, the red light district, you got women, any type of drug you want, they sell the shit at the registers. They have cafes just for smoking weed in. You could buy laughing gas on the streets. Like everything for the most part was like legal, and I was completely blown away. Now I will say this: I heard that they can sell it, but they can't grow it. So all the shit that they were selling was trash. Like, 'cause I don't smoke weed. Like I really, it makes me like just fall asleep. And I smoked the joint by myself there, and I was like, this shit really ain't hitting.
I don't like weed either. I get paranoid, and I don't want to.
I get hella paranoid.
I literally do not want to talk to people. I like if that's weed and you're talking to me, I just be like, how the fuck are they talking to me? So like, I just want to go in the closet. Like, I don't know how people smoke weed and function.
Let me tell you, this quarantine has definitely lifted my my marijuana dosage up to another level. Like I was definitely not that much of a
smoke weed.
What?
I've never seen you smoke.
I know, I keep it secret. You know what I'm saying? I'm very private about it, but Daryl knows. They look. I'll admit that I'm drinking a White Claw right now, but I'm very like like there's especially when I was working for Nickelodeon, bro. It's like I got so generic on my Instagram. I wouldn't even hold a drink, you know? Like if I was with people and I had a drink, I put my arm behind their back to hide my drink. Cause they called me up one day. I was doing some video. This is when they had the cop filter on Snapchat, and I was doing this thing. I had this thing called Officer BROADY, and I was going out. I was like, I'm looking for whoring and drugging out here. You know what I mean? They literally screenshot my joint, sent an email, said, we don't think this is appropriate for the Nickelodeon guidelines. Would you mind removing it? I removed that shit immediately, bro. Like that day, I got my act together. But since then, since we out here in these quarantine streets, niggas have definitely been Swisher Sweets in these lives. Right?
She was like, this isn't on brand, bro.
I have a 5-year-old son, man. You understand?
Hey, man, you got to protect the brand. You got to protect the brand and protect the family, man. Get the check, right?
No, I'm saying I have a 5-year-old son. That's why I need to smoke because let me tell you, bro.
Daryl,
we can talk, man.
Yes.
Kids, man, you ready? You ready to settle down, man? You at
Me?
that age, man? You ready to?
Nah, man. I'm kid. Nah, man. Not. Nah. I mean, here's the thing. There's so like.
7 times.
Yeah, it's. Do I want kids? Absolutely. Do I want kids right now? No, because I have that firm understanding that right now my time is placed in other areas other than them. And when I do have kids, they're going to be every single thing to me. Like I'm probably never going to do anything other like I don't know what else to do once I have kids. It's just be around my kids.
You're a great uncle right now, man.
I'm the best uncle in the world. Like 100%. But I just know that like that type of commitment, like when it's time, I'm sure I'll know. You know what I'm saying? Right. But it's definitely not right now. But I do look forward to it. Like I'm not somebody who's like, oh, kids, like what is that? Nah, I actually look forward to it. I'm gonna be like top 5 dad, like on the Mount Rushmore of dads for sure.
That's beautiful, man. I'm gonna be screaming, fuck these kids to the day I die. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you've been in it though, so you're
fuck these kids, nigga. FTK. I got the t-shirts for fuck them kids. You can get it on the website right now. No jokes are being said. Real life. My daughter's 15. I'm almost out the game, coach.
Yeah, you almost out. Wow, you 3 away.
Yeah, man. I'm out here, bro. Fuck
you already
kids.
Looking at colleges?
Yeah. She was like, I'm sure I want to go. Well, here's 40,000. Get the fuck out about my house. I'm ready to walk around naked. Okay, get your ass to clean the fuck about it here. Okay.
You know you're gonna miss her though, Tahir. Come on. You know you're gonna miss her when you're packing that. Yeah, you're gonna be crying.
Listen. FaceTime, IG, Facebook, WhatsApp. There are too many ways for us to talk and see each other for me to miss it. You know what I'm saying? And then holidays, right? She come home for the holidays. But fucking kids, bro.
That's a ringing endorsement right there, Tahir. Thank you. I'm looking forward to fatherhood.
Son, I honestly think Daryl is already a father. This man has I guarantee he has a seed.
No, he's like, yeah, I probably am. In some country, Daryl has a kid.
No. I'm gonna tell you a bit. Like this is an actual story that actually happened. Like I was in where was I? I want to say New Orleans, and I was working on something.
Keanu, right?
Yeah. It was either yeah. And I'm walking through the mall, and I'm with a friend, and a friend like comes running over to me. And she's like, yo, did you see that kid? And I'm like, no. What kid? And she's like, that kid has your same face. And I was like, wait, what? And so like, there's like this little kid and he's like walking and like, I caught like just the side of him. And I'm like, oh shit. So like, we start following the kid. Cause I'm like, we need to know where his mom is.
Now y'all are weird.
No.
You can't follow a kid.
He's with his father. You know what I'm saying? He's with his father. He was walking with his father. I'm like, so where's the mom? Because I literally saw this kid, and for a second when she said that, I was like, yo, I had to think about what I've done in New Orleans and like how long back was something in New Orleans. Because I was like, yo, this might be my son.
You might have a little no limit. You might have a little no limit soldier out there, dog.
I was about to put the
chain. I think that's so crazy. As guys, y'all have to actually think about that. Like, we can't just accidentally have a kid and not know about it. If we have a kid,
nah, for sure.
Men can literally just like have kids and not know.
And there's no
no,
greater
we're
fear than when,
trash.
like that moment when you like, I definitely didn't wear a condom. This girl hasn't talked to me for a while. She could possibly be pregnant, bro. Or when they say, hey, we need to talk, you know, after it's been like 8 months, you're like, I ain't oh shit.
I mean,
The real scares.
You said you like donated sperm, right?
Yeah, no, I was joking. I don't think I've done that.
He just didn't get paid for it.
No.
I saw a girl one time who I saw a bunch of kids that looked like her, and it really made me wonder if she had ever donated eggs. Like I was just
Yeah,
like,
that's a wild. Yeah, because you
That
could
can
literally have a
be the
child.
case, though. Yeah. That could be the case for women if you donate your eggs.
I wonder how many you
Because
got.
it's a lot of money too, and it's like, what is it like? Isn't it like $50,000 or something?
An egg?
I'm pretty sure it's on a scale. Like if you like 30, everybody paying $50,000 for your eggs.
Right.
Shit, we need to be getting in business. What y'all doing, man? We all out here with y'all eggs doing, man. Let's make some money. Let's make this fucking Zooming with homies money, man. Let's get this egg money.
Zaynab was on here the other day.
Egg money.
She told us how she froze her eggs, and to freeze her eggs, it cost her $14,000.
Yeah, freezing your eggs is crazy, and it's a long process.
I'm considering that.
Oh wow! All right. I mean, that's one way to do it.
I mean, I feel like now is the right time to like start looking at the pricing and start looking at how many eggs I have and start like planning and saving for that. But like
if you're gonna do it when you're young, it's like the time. So you can then just do whatever you want to do and know that you got something like in the bank.
You be 80-year-old having a baby.
Keep your good eggs. Like I don't want to be 42 trying to like hope these eggs work.
This is definitely ageism, but I feel you.
I mean, no, it's like
it's a gamble. It's a gamble.
So exactly.
And it's also my personal opinion. I don't. That's not my wish for myself. So if I could put these eggs out right now and put them in the freezer, then let's go.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. Do it. Keep it going.
Tahir, real quick.
Yeah.
Before we move forward, I just want to say, man, this is a very, very cool thing you've done, and you deserve a lot of. If I had a hat on, I'd take it off to you, man. It's really cool what you're doing, man. I'm proud of you, and this is a beautiful thing, connecting all these beautiful Black people together, man. It's a special thing, man. You should be proud of yourself, man.
Hey, man, I am, man. And I very rarely. I always accept my flowers, my accolades, but I always do it like very humbly, like, oh, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. But I'm really excited just to be able to share a platform with my friends and also, bring awareness to you all's talent. It might be somebody that never like realized who you were in that movie or that show, or didn't realize that we had a Black Batwoman in the works, or never knew about BRANDI and her style of comedy from Chicago, or never knew that BROADY was from DC or the DMV rather, and now he's a Nickelodeon face. Like, to be able to like share a platform with my friends and other Black creatives and other Black entertainers is the beautiful part. And then it also, I feel like it shifts the power, because a lot of times like we wouldn't have this viewership unless we were on a late night show. You know what I'm saying? Or you got a interview in one of the leading magazines, Redline or Vogue or some shit like that. And this is like shifting that power and taking it back. And this is also letting them know, like, yo, we don't have to just come to you. Like, the word's gonna get out, the brand's gonna be strong, people are gonna pull up.
Man.
As long as we keep sharing each other's talent and keep praising each other and giving each other flowers, people are gonna start to take notice, and then we can kind of like
I'm about giving
what we want to do and what we're not gonna do.
I'm about giving everybody their flowers. Javicia, I could talk about Javicia for 4-5 hours, how proud I am of her.
I could talk about you.
And everything that she's done. Like, you are literally changing the landscape of like how we look at like our heroes.
Yeah.
And that is like there is actually no way to quantify the magnitude of it. So we could just keep telling you how incredible you are, how incredible it is. But it's truly like, when I found out, I got emotional. And it's not because because like knowing who you are, how hard you worked to get where you are, but knowing who you are as a person, and then going to know that like these little kings and queens are gonna have you to look up to as a role model, it's like, yo, I get chills talking about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm never gonna stop talking about it. And don't let anybody tell you different, because that shit is like beautiful and it's magical. And it's like, you deserve everything that's about to happen to you.
Yeah.
Dude, I called you.
Daryl.
I called her straight up, and I was like, I feel like I was more excited than you about the things that I was like, you're gonna have an action figure, you're gonna have a video game, you're gonna be at Comic-Con. Like I was nerding the F out, y'all. Like just thinking about the things that Javicia may not be as interested in like I am. You know what I mean? Like you see the Black Panther shit, and then of course, like what Daryl's saying about giving your flowers, like we just lost Chadwick, man, and he was such a force, you know, and I really got emotional over that, you know, and everything that happened, and I didn't understand why, but it was because we weren't just losing Chadwick Boseman, we were losing a symbol, man. Black Panther was a symbol for us, man. It was a symbol of hope. It was a symbol of just Black people, you know. And right now, Javicia, you got the reins for that right now. You know what I'm saying? You're about to become a symbol, and it's such a beautiful symbol because it's for all these young, beautiful little Black girls that never got to be a tight ass superhero, you know. It's like, oh,
but it's also, but here's the thing. You're right. I didn't mean to cut you off, but I just want to say, because we talk about like how it's so, we always talk about how for these little Black girls, but also for these little Black boys, because I know my mother is my superhero. I just never saw her put the suit on. You know what I mean? So now you look at Javicia and it's like, oh, she's putting on that suit. Oh, my joke.
Well, he froze, so I'll talk. So I didn't know who you were. I'm the only one in this group that we not friends. I wasn't at Brody parties because I ain't know who that.
Well, you wasn't out here yet. No,
because I moved to LA 3 years ago.
Yeah,
When I read the Deadline articles and stuff, and I saw your article, I was like, oh, that's like super fucking dope. Because I didn't think that was even like something they were discussing, you know? So like that was really cool to see. So congratulations on that.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's interesting because you're so alone in all of this process, and it's so beautiful to see so many people be affected by something that you're kind of experiencing by yourself. You know what I mean? Like even the fact that after I got booked, I had to come out to Vancouver and couldn't bring anyone. My mom can't even visit because of COVID. So it's like I process everything by myself, and when I get these moments to have conversations with people that are affected by it, it just reminds me that I'm not alone, you know? And I did a live yesterday with Christian Keys, and one of the things that we were talking about was like how when I first got cast, I didn't realize that it was such a racial thing. Like I knew that it was big, like as far as being a first Black Batwoman, but I didn't think anything of like how white people would view it. Like we had literally been doing our thing the last couple of years. Like I thought they just realized like, all right, y'all doing y'all thing. And just like, so I didn't see any of the comments. I'm not on Twitter. My account is on Twitter, but I'm not on Twitter, which really protects my mental from having to see any of the comments. And I feel like on Instagram, you're kind of like in a little bubble. You know what I mean? Like so many of the people I know that are commenting, I don't see negative comments usually. And then like recently, like within the last few weeks, they found their way to me. Like they have come and fought their hardest to be able to express to me their distaste for a Black Batwoman. And it started to get to me because some of the things were just like gut punches. And then like I was on set on a Monday and I'm doing a scene, and first of all, I shouldn't have been doing it anyway, but you know, it's a turnaround. So I'm just looking through IG and I'm seeing comments, and like I always hear people say, don't let it get to you. But here's the thing about our world of acting in general, right? When we do an emotional scene, my brain knows that it's not real, but my spirit and my body doesn't. So it reacts, like the crying is real, right? So all of the trauma that's happening is real. So that's why when we come out of those scenes, we're so mentally and emotionally exhausted because we've connected ourselves to the trauma. So when I'm reading these words, I know that this isn't true, but for some reason my spirit was still taking them in. And it just had gotten to like a peaking point of like, and then I found myself in the scene, like, I'm doing this for all the Black people. Yeah. And I'm like, no, you can't do anything for all the Black people. Like, you can only do what you do and be a representative of my people, but like, I literally cannot do something for all of the Black people. Like, it's not a realistic thing, you know? And I had gotten back to my trailer after that, and I just started crying, and I couldn't stop crying. And then when when my emotions were there to still cry, I physically couldn't cry anymore. You know what I mean? Like, now I'm wanting to cry, but there's no more tears left. And so I'm working on The Artist Way right now.
Oh my God, I'm reading that. I'm in chapter 6.
Oh, okay, I'm in chapter 5.
What's it called?
It's good. Your morning pages.
Yes, it changes your life.
Yeah.
So then, like, I go home and I open up to read, because it's Monday. I open up the book to read my new chapter of the week. And my new chapter of the week is chapter 4, and it's called Reading Deprivation. But if you look on her website, she's changed it to Media Deprivation. Okay. And it means like I have to be away from everything. So I had no social media access, no TV, no like nothing. It was literally just me and my thoughts, and I can listen to music. And so it was like the perfect time, because I had the time to remember why I'm in the position that I'm in. I had the perfect time, the amount of time I needed to remember, like, God brought me here for a reason. He will never put more on me than I can bear. So this is where I'm at. And it's so much bigger, not only than me, but obviously than those stupid racists that were making the comments. And I can never allow them to affect what this means for so many other people.
Yeah.
And so I was able to come back rejuvenated. And then I wasn't going to say something, but I was just like, you know what? I'm going to say something, because again, in this journey as an actor, we are alone sometimes. It feels like we're doing everything by ourselves until we're on set or until we're having these conversations with our peers. It feels like we're doing everything by ourselves. So I decided, like, no, I want my people to know what's going on. So I made a post, and it was very direct. So all these racist people leaving comments on my pictures and finding a ways to send me messages and emails and all kinds of things to tell me how you feel, let's go. Because it's just going to ignite my fire. Mm-hmm. And I did it as an expression for myself. But when I saw the reactions, it's when I realized, like, every moment I think I'm by myself, I'm not. You know what I mean? Like, every moment I think I'm by myself, there were like thousands of comments to prove to me and to remind me that, like, I am not. And this is such a communal thing, and I feel so protected. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Sorry.
And you know, we got your back too, Javicia.
I think that's great. I think so many people, self-included, are so honored and proud of you the same way we were at Chadwick, because there wasn't a lot of representation of us in powerful roles. I've had this conversation before, like how it frustrates me that there'll never be a Black James Bond, or there'll never be a Black Batman. You'll never see the Black Bruce Wayne. So the fact that we're getting a Black Batwoman, and the fact that we know that Black women are some of the strongest women on this earth, is so fitting and also so rewarding to finally have representation in that realm. So it's beautiful that we're getting that, but it's also beautiful that people are sending that love to you and rallying behind you, and everybody loves that you are the face of a superhuman for, like Daryl said, little Black boys and little Black girls to be proud of and champion for more change and more diversity in that space, man. So I'm super glad and super excited for you, and super excited to see what is to come in the near future.
I want to say too that so you said that you were in Vancouver filming and you don't have a lot of people with you. So when I was in New York for that month, I had just started the book, but like, it's the best time to read that when you aren't like crowded or just cluttered with,
and you're by yourself,
things. Because I had my artist date. I like went for a walk on the lake.
They're almost every day.
Yeah, and it's such a good time to like just take everything in and like exhale it's just a really good book, and I really recommend that if you are an artist, you read it. And if you have the time to like move away from others while you're reading it, then do that. like kind of seclude yourself and really take it in and embrace it. Christina, she plays on Mixed Dish. Christina Anthony, who's a really good friend of mine. I love her so much. She plays Aunt Denise on Mixed Dish. She told me that book changed her life. And after that, I got into like a book club with like 3 of my other friends and we started reading it together.
Yeah, it's definitely changed my life because it's just reminded me of like everything else that's inside of me outside of even acting. And since then, I've actually started writing a fiction novel, which I've like been obsessed with. Like every day, I can't even take myself away because it's just like you get to go into this world.
Right.
And then I'm obsessed with drawing. So since then, I've gotten back into that. But I wouldn't have if it wasn't for this book.
I finished a pitch deck. I started working out. I was looking at rollerblades. Like, I'm like, where the paint set? It's like,
I bike every day.
That's dope.
I skateboard now. What the hell is that?
Do you
man,
really?
I've been skateboarding now, man.
quarantine has made everybody so like outdoors people.
Yeah.
I went to go look for rollerblades at 2 stores yesterday and could not find anybody. I was like, when the fuck people start rollerblading? I still not a rollerblade. Like,
but that's
I
true.
have been seeing a lot of rollerblades lately, and I've been thinking like, yo, where did people get these rollerblades from?
It's a phenomenon. Everybody's rollerblading. I go to the beach like every day.
It's not a lie. He literally, I'm like, yo, when can I bullet? He's like, I go to the beach from like noon to 6.
I used to be light skinned, but that shit old now, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, it's so funny. The first thing I was gonna say when you came in, I was gonna say, "Damn, Daryl."
Yo, black as shit. Yo, I'm an island nigga, dog. It is what it is.
That's what's up. I remember I used to rollerblade. I had rollerblades in the middle school. Yeah, middle school. I think going to high school. I remember I was in all city band, right? So I'm in all city band, and I played tennis. So I remember getting on the bus. I don't know why they let me get on the bus with rollerblades, and I'm not talking about a school bus. I'm talking about the bi-state bus in East St. Louis, Illinois. I got on a bi-state bus with rollerblades, and I got a tenor saxophone, and I also got a tennis bag with my rackets and my balls and all that, because I had tennis practice right after I had all city practice. So I'm on that shit, and I'm trying to rollerblade with this big ass instrument case and this big ass tennis bag, and I was just like, I thought that was the best thing. I'm like, yes, that way I don't have to waste any time, running. I can just rollerblade, get that fast. In hindsight, I'm thinking back, I bet everybody on the bus was like, look at this goof ass nigga right here, boy. Hey, this boy goof ass fuck, boy. Look, lame ass nigga. Get your big look at that.
Yeah, there's no way to look cool holding a saxophone, tennis rackets on skates.
It was so dumb.
It's crazy how you could do all of that stuff when you was a kid, though, and it was nothing. I tried to rollerblade and walk Judah at the same time. He had me like everywhere. Like I was scared for my life. Like
you were a scene in a rom-com. You were like a scene in a rom-com,
like a dummy.
right.
Who tried to walk their dog on rollerblades? That was just
something
stupid.
to the barista, and then they fall in love.
Yeah, exactly.
Whoops,
my dog. I'm so sorry about my dog. I just thought rollerblading and walking my dog would be easy.
Right.
Oh,
Hi, I'm Frank. Nice to meet you.
Oh my God.
Frank, why can't his name be Jamal or something?
I don't know. I just said Frank. Come on. It can be whatever you want it to be.
We're going for Jamal or something.
Hi, I'm Devon.
Oh,
yeah.
shit,
I just said
black people can't be named Frank, though.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
I know mad Franks that are black.
Frank Ocean is what is he, Cambodian?
However, 90% of the time a script says Frank.
Yeah.
He is not black.
He's not black. I ain't never met a white Marcus ever in my life.
I know.
I know white Jamal.
Bow-legged, and he was fine. When we was in middle school, he was like the fine white boy that hung out with the black boys. His name was Marcus, and I knew he was fine because he used to get his shit faded.
He was John B. You went to school with John B. That's what it sounded like.
Well, Brandy, he technically wasn't white. You just said that he was a black. You basically said everything that he was. He was still culturally black.
No, he was white. He was white. He came from the white family.
He was getting lineups. That dude was black.
I mean, yeah, but that's because his friends was black. His daddy wasn't giving
Because his name was Marcus.
Yeah.
He had to get a shape
He
of
had
his
no
name,
choice.
Marcus. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Stay over there, Darren.
What are y'all most looking forward to coming out of quarantine?
Shit, man, getting back on set, man. You know what
Bro,
I'm saying?
I got so many.
Aren't we technically?
I missed the simple. Sorry.
Brody, you go first, then Javicia, and then Daryl, then Brandy.
Yeah, I was gonna say just getting back on set, man. Being able to travel and like really enjoy like the full excursions of all these places that have been closed down and all that. I mean, it's amazing like that we're doing all these outdoorsy things because that's all there is to do right now. You know what I mean? But there's so many other things that are just closed down right now that we can't get into. So for that and getting on set, man, would just make me so happy.
I miss traveling for sure, and feeling safe to travel, and feeling like my country will let me back in if I travel. And I low-key just miss going to a dive bar, like the Dime. You know,
Hey!
the Dime.
Daryl don't bang with the Dime like that.
Man, but that was everything for us. For
we be
years,
banging.
like,
I know Brandy bangs with the Dime too.
Man, one night I hung out with Brody. It would have to be like your birthday. I don't know whose birthday it was.
it was probably my birthday because I spent every birthday.
And I was like, what? You were like, I don't know where I went afterwards. I don't know how I ended up where I ended up. It was like crazy. It was like I saw you and then like you blacked out. And I was just like, are you okay?
That's probably my birthday.
Me?
No, Brandon.
Oh, I'm like, wait, I don't black out in public.
It's probably my birthday. If I blacked out in public, it was probably my birthday.
No, bro.
Or it was a Tuesday, Brody.
I was about to say, Brody, you blacking out in public is a normal thing.
You're gonna black out after the Zoom.
Brody, do you remember Opposite LA?
Nope. Yeah, I do. I definitely do. I loved Opposite LA. Those were the parties. Let me tee you up for that. Tahir used to throw some of the most fire Thursday parties at the Bronson Bar. And with our man DJ Artistic on the wheels, and we'd pull up to that joint, and it'd be like a show into the party. So we go up there and tell our jokey jokes, and then
that we just did the party. Somebody else was doing the jokes into the bar. Opposite LA was literally just everything opposite of LA. There was no bottle service, there was no line, there was no dress code, none of that shit. We came and we danced. You got sweaty in that bitch. You walked in, you opened the door and the steam would come out. Like niggas walking out there, blue jean stains on the front of their t-shirts, neck all sweated out. You got the bacon neck on a fresh t-shirt. We danced in that bitch.
People were still dancing like that, holding the shirt up to dance. Like it was that
fire.
Daryl and Brody, do y'all remember when we used to go to whatever party that was? And it would just be like me, you, Paul.
Where was it at?
I know it was like not too far from Brody's place. I remember Brody was being mad at us one time. Well, that's all the time.
Sounds about right. Cha-Cha Lounge. Cha-Cha Lounge?
I feel like, Cha-Cha was dope. Cha-Cha was dope.
I don't think
it was another one with a
I feel like I know what you're
dance
talking
floor.
about.
Oh, the reggae joint. Oh, the Echoplex.
Oh man, Echoplex is everything.
Yeah, it's Echoplex, yo. Yeah. We used to go to reggae night with Janae too.
That's a lot of
Brandy, let me tell you, you just got here like 3 years too late, yo. Because you would have already been.
I can talk to my Chicago people. We had parties and shit too. We wasn't sitting in a motherfucking house, okay? But also, I don't know what y'all talking about. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Brandy, did you ever go to the Room on
the Room
on
what's Hollywood?
It's on Cahuenga.
I've been to the Room like 2 or 3 times. I was always real sober whenever I went, and they was playing reggae music, and I don't like reggae music.
Oh, that changes everything, Brandy. We all fuck with reggae music.
You don't like reggae music?
I'm gonna tell you, like for real, before Chicago, I was in Florida. I need like T.I., Gucci Man, Lil Boosie. I'm that type of.
But the reggae club
set it off in this motherfucker. Like that's what I want. I want to jump up on some shit. You know.
Well, I'm kind of with you, Brandy. I can go to like a commercially reggae club, but when it's reggae, like when it's like motherfuckers doing the wheelbarrow move, like that shit, I'm like, oh, that's too reggae.
Oh, that's real. That's real.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Daryl was my dance partner for like all 2012, 2013. We see each other at a reggae party, like, you ready? I'm ready. Let's go.
It's that time.
I was so jealous. I was so pissed off.
He hated it.
I was like, that's my friend, dog.
Yeah, we've grown so much.
Oh, that's hilarious, man.
Damn.
And these
memories.
fools can dance to here. They can dance.
Dog.
They can. I was like, I did not know these niggas were Jamaican, yo. Like they do. I seen Daryl and Javicia do moves. I was like, yo, like I don't really care what loved one do.
Daryl act like we were in a Sean Paul video. This dude would like pick me up, turn me around, one leg would be right here. I'm like,
Yo,
Daryl.
I think that's how we got introduced. It was like
That
an
was how we got
8-hour dance.
Bro, I'd look over on the dance floor, all of a sudden they had dreads. Like I just look around, like, hold on, where the fuck they get them dreads from? Like these.
But you know why? It was because I don't know if y'all know this, but like Brody is the reason why I moved to LA. I had made a decision in 2011 that I was going to pursue acting no matter what. And I bought a one-way flight to LA. And January came around, that was a one-way flight, but I couldn't stay because I had some other business I had to finish first. And so I hit up Brody. Brody let me stay with him. That's when I met you, Daryl. You had walked in because you guys are getting ready to film a Monday, Wednesday, Friday project.
Oh.
Yes, that was when I met you. That's when I met Tall. That's when I met
crazy.
all of them. And then Brody threw a party when I was there. And I was like, what is this? Like 2 or 3 apartments had their doors open and we were like walking through apartments. That's when I met Jay with the long hair, all of that.
Yeah.
And that's around the time like you and I would meet up and like literally just be dancing for hours.
That's
Man, that was good times.
Oh, that was crazy.
I can't party like that no more though. I gotta be honest with y'all. Like I'm not staying out at the club to 4, 5 in the morning. Like I know there's some after hour spots. I might have that in me 1 or 2 nights a year, but like just regularly, just out to 3, 4 in the morning at the nah. I'm not shutting down no bars no more, man. I can't do it no more, man.
I went out on Saturday night, got home at 1:30 and was still out of it all day Sunday.
I'd be mad when there's not food at functions now. You know what I'm saying?
But like when you've been in quarantine this long, I went on a girls trip and we went to like Joshua Tree or I think
Yeah.
rented a house and it had a hot tub and we had like things and extracurriculars and fun things to do. And it was like we wasn't going to sleep till 6 a.m. And I didn't even know I could do that. But when you've been in the house with no one for 8 months and you just with 6 of your motherfucking bitches, you like, bitch, we ain't going to sleep.
Hold on, Brady, because it's
got so much energy.
It's also something to say that like that energy is expanded when you know you don't got to drive home. So when you gotta like you can't get as fucked up as you want because you still got to make home. All of that shit, like it's a different energy. You're like, fuck, I still gotta get in this car. I might have to, because you know in LA it could be 2 o'clock in the morning and you still hit fucking traffic on the 5 or the 101 because they doing work.
You gotta drive home no matter what in LA. But see, I'm from DC, so like I'm used to just jumping in a taxi, a Uber, a Lyft, or something. Or in New York, we jump in taxi, Ubers, Lyft. LA, nah, homie. That's a $50 ride home because from
West Hollywood to
wherever
downtown.
the party was, to wherever you live, it's far.
Well, I don't have many late nights, but what was it? Probably a year ago to here, where we was at the Comedy Union show, and Cat Williams pulled up, and so everybody's like, "Oh, Cat," and Cat like, "Y'all niggas trying to hoop." And so everybody becomes an NBA player and everybody want to go play basketball with Cat Williams. So everybody's like, oh, we going. And me and Tahir jump in the car. Like, we don't even know what gym they even went to. It had to be like 2 o'clock in the morning. We trying to find.
They tried 3 different gyms. I'm sorry. They tried 2 different gyms in like the Hollywood area. The last one we tried was the one on Sunset, right across the street from the Building of the Arts, right there, like the one that's close to.
It's like a movie theater, right?
Like Vine and Sunset, yeah, next to the theater. So that was the second one we had tried, and that one the basketball court, because it was only a couple that were 24 hours, but the basketball court closed at like 10 there, because this is Sunday night. This is right after chocolate Sundays. Like, Cat was like, I want to go hoop, so they was like, all right, well, fuck it, we gonna go to the one in Santa Monica and go hoop. We're like, bro, I'm not driving to no fucking. I got a V8, my nigga. And this is before gas that went down, bro. I'm like, Brandy, where you stay? I dropped Brandy off at her crib. And I went the fuck home, bro. I'm like, I'm not finna go, and I ain't got nothing. Cause Cat was like, you gonna hoop? I was like, nah, I ain't hooping, nigga. I recorded. I do the commentary. He's like, nah, nigga, you gonna hoop. If you coming, you hooping. Everybody coming, getting on the fucking floor. I was like, all right, my nigga, yeah, cool. I'm hooping. Fuck, I'm not finna fucking hoop. I had on jeans. Niggas wanted to be around Cat. Niggas hooping in jeans. I was like, bro, not your boy. I'm recording everybody fucking themselves up because y'all know y'all too old to be doing this dumb shit.
This reminds me of when Dave Chappelle talked about Prince hooping.
Yeah.
Like the blouses.
I want some pancakes.
Game blouses.
But that's true. Like, Santa Monica's far as hell. Like you tell someone you in Santa Monica, you might as well say I'm out of town for the weekend. You know what I mean? Like,
you might as well.
Burbank.
If you tell me Santa Monica, I'm not coming.
Yeah.
But that's the That's the thing about LA. That's the problem with it, is that like if you're going to a party, it's like that joint has to be the one, because it's like whatever it took me to get here. Like if I got to make another move, by the time I get there, it's gonna be like Wednesday afternoon, and it's not even worth it.
And Daryl don't play those games though. Daryl don't play with no lines. He don't play with no guaranteed.
Not lines. He don't do that shit.
Daryl was bougie before bougie was a thing.
Yeah,
I used to go out with Daryl and be like, "Here, Daryl, go."
Yeah. No, but I like to keep it consistent. You know what I mean?
You don't change.
Nah, that line shit stupid. You know what I mean?
I had to go to IHOP after the club. He was not about it.
Nah. Had no credits to my name, but I'm standing at the side like, hello.
That's me. Okay, I had one club, 250 people there, and I'm like, bitch, who the fuck finna stand in line? Did you not just see me at the Laugh Factory, ho? Like,
I got humbled fast too.
I wait, hold on. I'd rather a Daryl than a Brody. Brody will set you up. He'll make you think it's good. He'll make you think it's legit. He'll say, "Hey,
100%. Yeah,
come out with me to this club. We got a table. We got this. We got that."
Right. It's no. He's like, "Oh, there's no line," and you get there, it's Coachella out front, and he's in the back.
He ain't got no.
No pull.
Yo, but check it. I got pulled now, right? But I got humbled.
Hold on, Brody. But for some reason, he ain't got no connect to get in. But once we're in, he'll end up on the mic some kind of way.
Right.
We'll be at the table like, is that Brody on the mic?
And Brody's connects are weird though, because he has Nickelodeon connects. So if you taking your kids to Chuck E. Cheese, like y'all getting all the free games,
that shit down.
Everything. Yeah, everything. But in terms of like going out, you'd be like, yo, he's like, yeah, y'all know me. I'm on Crash Lease. Niggas are like, what? Crash Lease, nigga?
What the fuck is that?
What are you talking about?
Fuck up out my line, nigga.
But then it'd be like one security guard who's like, yo, my kids love you, yo, come on in.
Did y'all ever do the do-over in LA?
We did.
Tahir, there's no party you're going to mention that happened in LA that the three of us have not done, dog.
Yo,
like,
hold on, let me set the scene for people that don't know about the do-over. All right, now it changed from when I first started going there into like what it was before COVID, just last year, right? But when I first started going there, when it was at El Cid, right on Sunset,
and you had to walk down the
stairs. Here's the thing. This was one of those parties that you see on stories or you hear people talking about. It's like, yeah, man, you can have all the money in the world. It don't matter how many chicks you got with you.
Yeah,
that's what
it's
matters.
Currency. It's currency,
bro. You come, you could be in the flyest outfit. You got a pocket full of money, all the charge cards you want. You ain't got no chicks with you. My nigga, it's a 2-hour wait. Right?
Yeah.
I found that out the hard way. I had some friends in town. We went there from St. Louis. Nigga. But after standing in line for an hour and a half, I was like, I'm out, nigga. I'm out. And we had only moved like maybe 6 feet. I started hitting up every chick in my phone and was like, yo, meet me here. And this is when they moved to Hollywood, right behind Amoeba. And so the security guard, one time I went, I had on a St. Louis hat. Keep in mind, I didn't know that I wasn't supposed to wear a St. Louis hat either, but I'm in Hollywood, so I'm safe. The dude recognized, he saw the hat. He was like, you from St. Louis? I was like, yeah. He was like, I'm from St. Louis. We wrapped it up cool. He's like, how many with you? He's like, wait, you got any chicks with you? I was like, I got 8. He's like, no, nigga, come on. Don't ever wait in line again. You got that many chicks.
And he was a white dude.
Yeah. But that's how it was. Like,
Marcus.
If you had women with you, I never waited in the line after that. One time I took the wife, I took 3 of our friends, you know Tiffany, Tiff, that used to drive the Lex, traveling nurse Tiff.
Oh yeah. Tiffany, that I went to school with. She went to Towson. Yeah. Tiff. Yup.
Me, Tiff, Kendra, Fan, bro, we went in there deep, bro, and I never had to wait in line again because it would just be me. I would be the only guy, but I had 4 or 5 women with me. I would never wait in line again. And to do over.
I got so humbled when I first moved out to LA. I had super juice in DC. You know what I'm saying? I was working at the radio station. I was on air. You know what I'm saying? At WPGC. That's kind of around the time I met Javicia actually. And then I came out to LA, and I was like, I remember going to the club. I think it was called like My House or some shit, right? I'm in line. I get to the front of the line, and I said to them, they're like, "So can I help you?" And I was like, "Yeah, you know, I'm on WPGC. You know what I'm saying? In DC." They're like,
"That how you
okay.
said?"
They literally said, "Okay, and." Like I'm talking about in DC, I was good shmoney. Like I could go everywhere. Daryl knows. When we go back home, it's like we got love in the city. That shit, I got humbled so fast, bro. So fast. I'm pretty sure that I know I didn't get in, but that to have to walk away after you've been standing in line like that and you just be seeing people. Oh my God. I learned my lesson, yo.
Like I'm not. All right, if it's a club in the States, I'm not standing in a line.
Yeah, don't talk about I'm bougie, Javicia. Hold up.
Well, first of all, I just got like that recently just because I know my energy is going to die by the time I get in. It actually has nothing to do with status or anything. It's just like, yo, we used to stand outside in lines for like 30 minutes. I don't want to, I'm going to walk in angry. Yeah. But if we're in another country, like those mega clubs in other countries, that's different.
Yeah, that's different because it's like that's part of the experience.
That's a part of the experience. You end up meeting some random person that you're
alone with,
like, and all y'all shot together when you get in the club.
Same birthday,
yeah.
And you friends with them for the rest of your life. But out here, it's like
for the rest of your life.
I've actually never been to Chicago either, man. Like I
can't get in without standing in line. Like I already need to know that before I get there.
Right. Yeah, I feel that.
Absolutely.
You won't waste your time out there, right?
No, it ain't that serious.
Dude, and I remember this is another interesting moment. I like Tahir was saying, the females become currency at these clubs because I remember one time, this is when I went out with Nikki, Daryl, we went to the club and I remember this guy came out and he was like, there's people standing outside waiting to get in and everything. This dude came out, he said, "Listen, if you're not a hot chick or a dude behind the table, you're not getting in." And then he was like, "All right, ladies, you come this way." There was 2 other girls there. She was like, "What about us?" She's like, "I'm sorry, ma'am, you're not a hot chick." This girl was like, "Back, you ain't a hot nigga. You ain't a hot nigga." Kept backing up. Like I could have got hit by a car. She backed up all the way from the club into like, you ain't a hot nigga. And he was like, "Nope, you're still not getting in."
Yo, LA is the first time I ever saw some shit like that happen before. Like in DC, I worked at the nightclub. So if I had a homegirl that may not have been like whatever standard the stupid clubs expect, I wouldn't have known because they were my friends and I worked there, they can get in. I went to a club in DC with my best friend, and then she brought her homegirl, and her homegirl was like, she was like a big, beautiful woman. Like she was like bad, but you know, she's a little thick, and it's not even a butt. Like I'm here for that, right? We get to the club, and the guy that I know that was getting us in for free or past the line and everything pulled me to the side and was like, "I can get all your friends in except for her." I was like, "Well, we not coming."
You're like, "Well, see you tomorrow."
And that was like my first year in LA. And it really made me hate LA.
When I first came out here, one of my friends who's like he's a celebrity. He had, we're really close. He invited me to the club. And I didn't know, because I had just moved here, that I couldn't bring the other 2 girls I was hanging out with. So I brought my 2 homegirls that was already with me, right? And when I got there, what I realized was they were not letting Black women in. They were not letting Black women in. It was like they had all the Black women held off. He had to come to the door and get me. And the other girls was on some other shit. They was like, I didn't even know them like that. So he pulled me in. I went with him. I realized it was all white.
Left them.
I left them, but they was doing shit I wasn't into. And I was like, this my nigga for real. I know him. So I'm going with him because y'all on some other shit. Y'all doing LA stuff. And so I realized when I got in that it was only white women in there, and I could hear the Black women yelling at the bouncers like, "Fuck y'all racist, blah, blah, blah." And then I was like, yo, they really not letting Black women in. And the only reason I got in is because he's famous. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, that's so crazy. Here's the craziest thing about that, right? You wait in that line to get inside this club, and aesthetically it might be beautiful, but realistically, it's no different from any other club you've been into. Like, it's not like it's money falling from the sky that's specifically for you. It's not like they can have people like the waitresses are flying, you know what I'm saying? Or you have amazing drink service, or you don't have to wait for anything. It's no different from any other club. It's just how they present it like that. And that's why I like
that's why I like dive bars.
That's why I like bars and lounges.
Do you know how crazy it is to roll up to a club and hear our music like blasting? You know what I mean? Hear hip hop blasting, whatever it is, blasting. And then you walk into a club, they're not letting any Black people in who created the music, but it's all of y'all in there. Like that's crazy. There's just I'm
that's the thing that we used to do. Well, Brody used to like use me because the thing about security at clubs is that I just so happened to be a part of projects that like security would always love. So stuff like The Wire, they love it. So it could literally be going to a club and Brody be like, yo, just pull up. I'd be like, what, bro? It's like a supper club and it's somebody's birthday. And it's like, we're not gonna get in there. And we pull up and security's like, yo, man, that's the little nigga from the Wire. Oh, come on. And we have like 2-3 dudes and they would just let us in. People like, what the fuck? So that's when I really knew that Brody wasn't shit. Because he actually he'd be like, yeah, he'd be like, oh, security, man. Like, and you start to realize that like the actual people that matter, you could say it's whatever, but it's like if security fucks with you, you good money anywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so like you start to see how you can just go to certain places because like in New York, like if I ever need my ego stroke, I would go to New York because Power is such a New York show. It embodies that city. It has become like the lifeblood of that city. And it's so big there. So the last time I was there, I'm like literally everywhere I went, it's people screaming on the street, Roller, yo, that's Roller. Yo, come on, man. Like clubs are closing down. And they're like, yo, I'm like, oh, y'all closed. He's like, nah, come on. I'm like,
man.
Like you're telling
Daryl, Brandi's on Power too.
I feel like your character is, so I have a recurring character, but she only got like 2 scenes every episode, right? And so
you still on there. Don't try to minimize it. That's
but
big
no,
time.
but I really wish that she was more of like this bigger person because people don't know who the fuck I am, and because they always put wigs on me, they put purple wigs on me, green wigs on me, blue wigs on me. They never let me wear my real hair, and they always have me on there looking like I do drugs on the side. And so she be looking crazy, right? She wear wigs, so I look like a cracked out stripper. Yeah. And so the only place I've ever gotten somebody to show me love was literally in a Miami strip club. And the strippers was like, bitch, you us.
Yo, is that
no.
What was it 11? Was it the club 11, the 24-hour one?
No,
Tootsie's?
It's not. If the name comes to me, I'll
KOD?
Because I had
King of Diamonds?
Definitely not KOD.
Yeah, because 11,
but
that's what
they would give me free lap dances and everything. And I was like, eventually I had to be like, thank you, I'm good. But like it was so great.
Yeah.
Model, they gave me a section.
That's what I'm telling you. That's what I thought, because it was.
You just came to use the restroom.
In Miami, I was saying in Miami, when I was out there for a film festival, like we walked up to the club and they brought us in the club. As soon as we got in, and they were like, yo, man, you want this table? Like, we got drinks, and they had money. And I'm like, yo. And they're like, yo, man, like, just take pictures, man. Like, we love Power. Like, Roller, that's the character. And so, like, we just go everywhere, like, literally every step. They're moving us to, like, the front of stuff. And I'm like, yo, this is not my city. Like, I don't want to look like I'm because it's a dangerous situation. Like, it's just me and the homies. And they're like, nah, come on, man, sit right here. They're getting people up, like out of their seats and like move. And I'm like, yo, guys, all this is not necessary. But it's stuff like that though. But it just resonates in such a way, you know what I mean? Yeah. And it's like Power is one of those things that's like it's a beautiful thing because it's given, you know, like you talk about putting beautiful Black people on screen, like it's
to be able to go out with Daryl
and continue to do it.
To be able to go out with you places and like we go to one spot, they're like, yo, dude, that's the nigga from Power. Hey, y'all good. And then go to another spot, they're like, dude, I love you on Barry. Like a whole other demographic is like.
And nigga Daryl got the market blocked.
Yo, that's
It'd be the same night, dog. You'd be two different people. Like, what the fuck is Power? What the fuck is Barry? You know what I'm saying?
No.
That's amazing, though. I you know what? For me, it still is humbling and surprising when people recognize me from anything. And I'll be honest with you, I get recognized more from All Deaf Digital.
Roast me.
I was gonna say roast.
Same here.
And really, my videos are videos with Kev or videos with Tony than I did with anything else. Like when people see me on Insecure, they was like, "Oh shit, you was on Insecure?" Nigga, I was on there for 2 seasons. Don't nobody give a fuck. I did Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Don't nobody give a fuck. I did My Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. Don't nobody give a fuck. The streets don't care about that shit. The people that recognize me, the security guards, the people that get me in places, is always All Deaf. When I was in London, walking the streets, literally walking the streets, we were shopping. My mom was getting something to eat and shopping. Dog, literally about every, I keep saying literally, I know they finna start with the literally count and all of that shit. But literally, about every 60 steps, somebody recognized me from All Deaf. And I didn't even know All Deaf had that global reach like that. And it was so humbling to have it happen, but it was also rewarding to have it happen in front of my mom so she could see that all of these sacrifices, all of the almost being broke, all of the, hey, I can't make it home for the holidays this time, was worth it. You know what I mean? Like that shit right there is worth it when those things happen, and it makes you realize like it wasn't in vain. And it's a way of validating your success, but also your sacrifices to get to that success. I know that's how it was for me. How was it for each one of you guys when people recognize you from some of your work that you've done? Like, what's that feeling like?
You know what I get most recognition from? I get most of my recognition from, I'm sure before Batwoman, but it was from Chef Julian, a Black and Sexy show. I have literally been in another country, and this Black couple ran up to me. They was like, "You Mel from Chef Julian."
No shit, like, that's tight.
It kind of teaches you, like, people think success is based off of, oh, you're in the theaters, or you're working with this actor, or you're in this film or this project, but like, it's not based off of that. Like, it's like, how do people connect to the content? And Black and Sexy created some content that Black people could really connect to. And because of that, you know what I mean? They have millions of followers. Because of that, that is really what kind of like started my journey in this whole industry.
I get recognized from the same thing to here. So of course, like I've done a lot of work for BET. I actually was a guest host for 106 in Park. You know, I was on that episode with Karuchi, bro. Yeah. Where that went all over the place. People don't recognize that. They recognize me from Roast Me. And the unfortunate thing about that is that when your boy's skin would be all fucked up, I'd have acne and shit. So people think that I'm just this prepubescent, eternal acne thing. They don't understand. Like, I would literally tell you know me from years, man. I'd have a breakout, and then Pat be like, "Hey, Brody, can you come through Roast Me tomorrow?" I'm like, "Fantastic, my acne showed up, so it must be right on time." You know what I'm saying? And so then when people recognize me, they'll say shit like this, like, "Hey, yo, you Brody from Roast Me. Hey, man, don't let them do that to you. Hey, look, your skin ain't even that bad." I'm like, "Nigga, it's not bad. Like, it just I had a breakout." But it's gotten me in like places. You know what I'm saying? And I've you know, of course, from the stand-up stage, you know, sometimes occasionally people will recognize me from, you know, from stand-up or things they've seen. But it's literally been Roast Me. That's been the thing. Like fucking Nickelodeon, fucking BET. It's been All Deaf Roast Me has been the thing.
Yeah.
That's that nigga Brody, but I don't recognize him without the acne.
Shut up, Brody.
I haven't been invited on Roast Me, or maybe because I'm a female, but I want y'all to know that I've won several beef and roast battles. I go the fuck in. So
I believe it.
Well,
I know you can.
You heard her. Who needs to make this happen? Because I want to see it.
Yeah, I want to see that.
So we had put Roast Me on hiatus because of COVID, because it's like the way we did it, if you go back and look at it, we were shooting it like in a classroom setting. So everybody was around each other. We have like, you know, 10 people in there roasting each other, literally like in the classroom. And we had to like change it this year to do it like a one-on-one battlefield type thing. And we have already shot it for this season.
Battlegrounds, right?
Yeah, Battlegrounds. However, when it comes back, I will let Pat know that you trying to get in that young battleground. All right.
Why don't you have them roast niggas through the mask? Then you're gonna see who really got that heat. You know what I'm saying?
Now, you need to see some niggas' teeth. You know, you need to see some niggas got teeth that you need to roast. You know what I'm saying? So you can't be hiding their vulnerabilities and shit. And that's the thing too. I want to do the roast me battlegrounds because we from DC. We be joning, man. When I come into that classroom, son, if you notice, I get jumped. These niggas, y'all niggas jump my ass. Tahir not so much, but I'll be getting jumped. And it's like I can handle one person, I can handle two people. But when it's like three, that's when it's like, Tahir, you know what it is. Like if niggas get on the roll, you just gotta sit down.
Oh, you gotta
that one-on-one shit.
It's like I've traveled with Billy, traveled with Fool. Like I know Tahir, like I could go. I think like niggas think because like I don't know, I got dimples and some shit that I be thinking mean shit in my head. I just don't think it out loud. But like if we gonna do it for some cameras, then like let's fucking go.
Well, I think we always have for us, like I know in DC, we always would be like, because there's probably not a lot, there's not so many like girls that would be joning in our circles a lot of times, you know what I'm saying? Like Javicia will joan me out all day, you know what I mean? But like,
yeah, she'll
like,
cook your ass, nigga.
But I always know it's gonna be love, and that's my sis at the end of the day.
Dog, do you remember our joning sessions?
Oh, we'd
have.
Yo, it's forever. It's all night Joan sessions. And that's why when people come, like when people are joning, it's like we go back and forth, and me and Brody could go, Javicia can go, everybody. But then like if it's that one outsider who's like laughing and then tries to jump in, it's like, yo, are you in or you out? Like, cause I'm gonna give you one more time. You know what I'm saying?
Right, and then we all go right.
Bro, bam, you about to get lit up, nigga. So choose wisely.
The thing is though, and this is what I hate about it, because I've done like the one at the Comedy Store, then I did a couple in Chicago. I did both of them was with Black women. But I fucking hate that, like as a female comedian, I can only go to fuck in on my niggas because they the only ones who can handle it. And I probably only got like 2 female comedian friends that I could be like, bitch, yo, right. Take that dress off, because me, you, and that outfit ain't leaving here. Like I only got like 2 friends I can say shit like that to, because the rest of them be sensitive, and it's like, what the fuck is this? Like we in this weird female comedy bubble, and it's like, bitch, we comedians, like the fuck? Like you could make fun of me, I can make fun of you, but I feel like there's this line that you're not supposed to cross, and that's why I only have like 3 female comedian friends, because I'm not gonna tiptoe around the jokes.
Right. Not everyone can take it, you know, and that's a real thing. You got a registered weapon right there, Brandy. Like people don't understand. Joning is it's violence. You know what I'm saying? It could get real nasty. And right here, we got all 5 of us in this combo right now. Got registered weapons. Like we can produce comedy and laughter, but we can cut somebody the fuck down. So the thing that happens is like you got to give these people the warning. It's like y'all don't really want this heat.
But that's the thing. But that's the thing, though, Brody, because everybody in this Zoom right now, like it was survival. Like if you wasn't joning, it was like, yo, we'll take your ass home then. Like, so you joan to survive. And you meet a lot of people who that's not their thing.
Literally, do you guys remember we'd be downstairs in your living room, all on the couches, looking at each other, literally frying each other for hours. But you have no other choice but to show up.
It's good.
Because and how many times did we see somebody come in and get their feelings hurt? And then we had to figure out how, like, especially females, like Brandy's saying, like, will come in and get their feelings hurt. And it's like, yo, it's not personal at all.
That should be like, I don't know. That's like feeding the beast for me. I'd be like, let's go. Let's fucking go.
Yeah. But you know, listen, this is what I would say. That shit ain't for everybody. And I saw somebody in the comments like, I never understood sensitive comedians. And it's like, yo, like, you have to understand that, like, there are different levels of comedy, the same way there's different types of rap music, right? You got emo rap, you got the drill, you got the gangster rap, you got the chop and screw. Like, everybody ain't talking about the same shit. Everybody don't talk about. There's some rappers that never talk about killing somebody. Remember when Kanye first came out? He never talked about a gun or run up in nobody's house. That's what made him different. So it's the same thing with comics. Like, everybody's not a roaster. Everybody don't like talking about it. They don't omit that type of energy. They don't expect it back. So like at the end of the day,
Tony Baker's not a roaster. You know what I'm saying?
It's at the end of the day, we're still people as comedians. And if that's not your lane and somebody tries to invite you to that and you decline, but they keep going, how do you expect somebody not to get sensitive or feel some type of way?
Here's the thing that I think too. because I've seen it in Chicago and I've seen it just around being around comedians. You always got that one loud comedian who's just going for the fucking jugular, and it's not even always funny. You know what I'm saying? So to me, that's when it gets ignorant, where it's like you like, oh, like that's why your mama died from an overdose. Like
me and Daryl talk about that all the time too. We talk about
that's when you've won. That's when you've won.
We just stay on your outfit. But
like
when
if
you
you talk about
talking
like
about like that personal shit, that's what's like you already know that nigga's losing. You know?
Yeah,
I can roast just your shoes.
The best part about it is when you could take something that's been made fun of 10 times and make it even funnier
and flip it. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Listen, I thought I had heard every freckle joke that was to be said about me, right? This nigga Lance Woods told me I looked up and it was raining ballpoint pens.
I can think of one right now, but I ain't gonna say it.
Do it, Brandy. Do it.
Go ahead, Brandy. Show them what's about to happen on that roast me.
I'm not gonna do that.
Come on, Brandy.
Girl, you better show up.
Your freckles.
There's two seats.
And this is a female one. And so your freckles look like when we first get waxed and the hair start growing back.
My favorite to your roast, I got you one time with this. I said you look like a nigga that's inside of a barrel or some shit. You know what I'm saying? That peeking out. You remember that one? I can't remember how I said it. It was something.
It was so many freckle jokes. I don't remember half of them, but that ballpoint pen, that's shit stuck with me. That shit. I think.
The thing about what you said about people being sensitive to here, I absolutely understand that. My only issue is with people who jump in and then they get sensitive afterward. It's like, yo, don't jump in if you wasn't ready for that smoke. You know what I mean? If you never jumped in and then I start joning, and it's like, that's not necessary. But once you jump in there, like once you in the Lions, then it's like, don't try to climb out that joint. Like it's, you fool.
And they
now.
come for us, man. People come for me. They come for Daryl because they think like, all right, like I was shorter growing up. You know what I'm saying? So that was my defense mechanism, like being funny or joning. You know what I'm saying? I could still hang tight with everyone because I still had like, you know, I had these roast hands basically, you know. And so people don't think me and Daryl can jone, and then they start coming at us. We're like, all right, cool. We look like a few slide, and then when it comes in, then niggas are like, they can't handle the heat. It's weird.
Who was that we we used to like, niggas used to like leave parties because we'd be joning. It's like, nigga, where you going? Then we follow them to their car and continue roasting these niggas till they get in their car, and we would have run after the car if we could. And continue roasting. Yo, I'm just saying though.
That's bullying behavior.
But it's never, we have never instigated this shit. Like if I start, me and Brody will go. Me and Javicia will go. But then it's always that third or fourth party person who's like, oh yeah, haha. And it's like, all right, cool, nigga, welcome to the party. And then they're like, nah.
Yeah, that laugh was a little too hardy, huh? What's up with that laugh, huh?
Yeah, you got a little too excited with that one, so now you in it.
Man, you laugh too hard at somebody else's joke.
Oh yeah,
it's a wrap.
It switches right to you. Hold on, boy, you old.
Hold on. Exactly.
That's when the hand comes like, who the fuck?
Get your.
Yeah. That shit come from down here, but like, who the fuck are you laughing at? Goof ass, boy. We got about 10 minutes left, man. 12 minutes left, man. If we can get those likes to about 1,100, that'd be amazing. We're about to get ready and wrap it up. Y'all know we always wrap up in the last 10 minutes. Shit, I just goddamn forgot it. I had something else I wanted to ask y'all, but I cannot even think of it now.
Let's think bucket hats, freckles.
How it feels to be beautiful and black or something like that, or no?
I wanted to answer this because I didn't get to answer it, but like,
go ahead.
My I don't get recognized really at all, but my mom, she keeps calling me, telling me that she ready for me to be on like Celebrity Family Feud and Celebrity. And I'm like, why do you think I'm gonna be on these shows? I'm like, I'm not a celebrity. She's like, well, you're a celebrity to me.
You are a celebrity, Brandy.
So
your family will either make you feel like you're everything or you ain't shit. Like when I booked Batwoman, I was talking to my grandmother. I was like, she didn't even say anything. She didn't say anything to me.
Like, oh, you got that little superhero role?
I think she didn't say nothing because in the same article, it also came out that I was bisexual and she's Jehovah's Witness, so she didn't really bang with that.
Okay.
So she didn't even say anything. And then in the midst of the conversation, I say something like, so yeah, grandma, you know, I'm Batwoman. Oh yeah, I heard. Man, I can't wait till you do. I can't wait till you do those movies like Halle Berry and Denzel. I was like, Grandma,
Oh,
you can literally see me every Sunday. You talk about these. It's like no matter what to your family, either you're nothing or you're everything. Because my mom, I'm everything.
I have a split because like my mom thinks I should be on Celebrity like Family Feud, and my brother and my sister, they don't even know what show I'm on. So it's a nice even balance.
My dad's embarrassing. We'll go to like Roy Rogers. Now this is like a restaurant, a Maryland chain. They burger spot, fast food. He'll go to the server, like it has nothing to do with anything. Okay, can I get a number 1 too? And I don't know if you know my son, but he hosted he hosted 107 in Park. He filled in for Little Bow Wow, and he's in Los Angeles. I'm like, this nigga said, what do we want to eat, fam?
My mom does the same thing, and she's like so excited about it and that is the stuff that's very endearing because it's like you said, Tahir, circling back to what you said earlier, like that's the sacrifice, the hard work. They get to show us off. Like, we raised them right. You know what I'm saying? Because like that going to a restaurant and mom being like, oh, hey, I don't know, like if you know who that is, but do you watch this show or this movie? And then they like look and they're like, oh yeah. And it's like, all right, mom. So thank you. But they get excitement out of it. And it's a beautiful thing to see.
It is. That is. All right, so it's the last 10 minutes. This is the wrap-up part right here.
My dog.
This is where we tell everybody.
This is my man. Come here.
If you want to thank anybody, if they blessed your Cash App, you can do that right here. Again, all your information is in the description below. But like, if you got a show coming up, you want to tell people about, or you just put out a project you want to tell people about, or you got a funny Instagram post you want to tell people about, this is the time to do it. So, Brody, since you've done it before, why don't you go? Let's go, Brody, BRANDI, Daryl, and Javicia.
Who's Javicia? Who's Javicia?
What did I say?
You said Javicia.
I'm sorry.
You got to tuck your tongue in when you say it next time. Tuck your tongue in.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I said it right the whole night, and then at the end, just my tongue was like, "Nigga, fuck you." And I was like, "You right.
Yeah.
Javicia, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Brody.
Yeah, so I'm actually hosting a new show, a daily show on the Caffeine Network. It's like kind of like a Twitch new platform, and I'm hosting a daily pop culture show with Lulu Gonzalez. So you can check out with me 2 p.m. Monday through Friday Pacific time, man. Come pull up, y'all.
All right. Anybody hit your Cash App? You want to tell them?
Oh, my Cash Apps is with hashtag BroadyTheJoker. So just, I appreciate everything. I appreciate the donations. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the roast. Everything that y'all doing, chat. I love y'all. Y'all just saying my name. I like it. You're putting it in the universe. I don't care.
All right. Brandi, what you got for the people?
My Instagram is LOL Denise, and just keep watching Power Book 2 when it comes back on. I'll be back on it. I got to do a scene with Method Man, and he is like really attractive in real life.
Oh, that's my big brother right there.
He's so nice. He was just
that's
he kept pitching me jokes, which were like not good, but it was a lot of fun working with him.
He's the best. He's like
always so great working with an actor. It's like I could be funny, and I'm like, nigga. But anyway, he is funny. So I have
he's a great person.
Just follow me on social media. I'll be like posting stuff. So I just did this, and it's not on there anymore, but like 2 nights ago, my boyfriend came to pick me up just to hang out, and I like dead ass, full face makeup, full hair, put on a ball gown, and was just like, hey. So I just did shit like that, and I was like, we had a party to go to, and he's just like, what are you talking about? And I recorded his reaction, and then I had a photo.
That's incredible.
So I just do weird stuff.
That's amazing.
That's fantastic. All right, Daryl, what you got for him?
I have
got a big one, son.
I had a film I did, called Silk Road that should be coming out top of next year. I got a film called Judas and the Black Messiah, about Fred Hampton and the Black Panther Party, which has changed my life and is an extremely important film that I can't wait for everybody to see. It's supposed to come out this year, but pandemic. And then I got a trilogy with Fox that's actually going to be a Netflix trilogy now, coming out in the summer, called Fear Street. It's a R.L. Stein trilogy.
Hey.
And then I got a bunch of, there's some stuff I really not even trying to sound like some actory nigga, like, but there's some really, really big shit about to happen that like the deal is still waiting to close, but like I can't wait to tell everybody about it. But yeah, it's exciting time.
Super dope, brother. I love to hear.
Yes,
yeah,
man.
man.
Okay.
Daryl be working.
You be working.
Hey, I'm trying.
He be under the radar with it too.
Yeah,
because he
I
don't
don't
call
tell
me
nobody.
that much because he's always working. So I had to just go to his IMDb page for updates. That's how I update with Daryl.
I've been having to be that aggressive with certain people too.
You my brother to here, so you know it's love, baby. Come on, man.
Yeah, Rudy. I just rapped with Rudy 2 nights ago, so we got some shit on the way.
Word.
Too. Yeah, so you know that was a good plug. I appreciate
that.
That
Yes. I'm so glad
cool.
I was able to make that happen, man. Two great brothers, man.
That's awesome, man. Javicia, bad woman. What you got for me?
Well, first of all, I can't wait for Judas and the Black Messiah.
Yeah, man.
Literally, when I saw that preview, then I saw Daryl.
Chills, yo. Like,
thank you. No, it's exciting. It's very exciting.
You're doing something that matters. Like, I mean, we do a lot of work, and all of our work matters because we work our behinds off to get it. But to be able to be blessed with an opportunity to tell a story about our people and that it matters, it's really rare. It's like we fight for those moments. But it makes sense because I feel like a lot of your career has been like that.
Oh yeah, I've been very strategic. I've turned down a lot of stuff because I want it to be right. So you know, it's paying off and it's a blessing. And I appreciate you, VC.
No, I love this shit. Sure. Man.
Awesome.
That makes me so happy.
So for me, Family Business is going to come out with part 2, season 2, part 2, very soon. Always a Bridesmaid is still on Netflix.
Killing it.
Let's continue to stream that so we can get his views. That was my first romantic comedy. And then Batwoman comes out in January. So, you know,
have you had
a birthday party?
Have you had your surreal moment, Javicia? Like shooting it yet? Have you had that one moment where you had to stop and be like, "Oh shit"? Like
I've had it. I feel like I have it at least once a week. Like
yeah.
I fight. I do my stunts, and so there are moments where I just can't do them because there's not enough time. Right. But then there's like the moments where I'm like, I know that we're kind of pushing time, but it matters to me because I'm a fitness person. Like I do fitness, I do mixed martial arts. So if I'm going to do this in my real life, like why would I not bring it to the table when it's time to? And so my stunt team is so amazing, and Marshall Virtue, who is our stunt coordinator, knows this about me. He knows how important it is for me to do my own stunts. So like, first of all, I don't know if anybody knows this, but I start the season off in Kate Kane was the old Batwoman. And I start the season off in her Batsuit, which is the cow that I posted on my Instagram. But in the 3rd episode, I make my own version of the Batsuit.
Nice.
And so this is the suit that the silhouette, you can tell it's a Black woman. And
let's go.
I love it.
I'm shooting episode 4 and I'm like full in my Black Batwoman suit, and I can't tell y'all anything because they're not letting me tell you anything. I'm in it, and I go to the stunt coordinator because it's the first stunt, and he's like, "We don't have that much time. We're gonna get your stunt double in." I was like, "No, this matters. I have to do this because it matters that this is represented for what it is, right? So we're fighting for a Black Batwoman. Like, let the Black Batwoman do this stunt, you know?" And so it's like a stunt where I shoot my grapple and I get pulled out of the scene. And it was just so cool. So the question at the beginning of this conversation was, do I have those moments? Do I have those moments where I feel like it's very surreal? And I have those moments very often, probably at least once a week. And there are moments like that where I get to fight for the things that matter to me, which is like, if I'm an action actress, I want to do my stunts.
That's super dope.
Boss.
I'm so proud of all y'all, man. Like, just like this is dope. I know I told you here, like this is the group that, you know what I'm saying, that I wanted to get together because I think that I knew we'd have a great vibe because we're all friends, you know what I'm saying? And obviously you guys are just meeting Brandy, but Brandy's been dope. I'm a fan of Brandy's already. Yeah, we shot a show together. I thought it'd be good chemistry because Brandy's, of course, you know, with power and everything, and you with power, but like this is us, y'all. This is real. This is like our vibes, man. And so I'm so glad to hear that you gave me this opportunity again to come join and rock with y'all, man, because this is great. I haven't seen Javicia since the whole quarantine. You know, me and Daryl just saw each other recently.
And you won't see her again because she's a superstar. So
I know it's a wrap. This might be the last time.
You done, homie.
First of all, let me tell y'all something. Brody has had a Android.
Yeah,
his entire life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now that he finally has an iPhone, he can see me anytime he wants.
Oh yeah.
I said the same thing. I said the same. Brandy, we saw you put that whack ass phone up too. Get rid of that shit. Embrace the dark side, Brandy. I'm sick of that shit.
Baby.
It's you and like 3 other people that are fucking up group chats around the entire world. Okay?
Everywhere.
Just know that whoever you in a group chat with, we have a separate chat without your green bubbling ass. Okay?
The Galaxy's the best phone. I'm sorry, it's the best phone. Y'all sheeple. I'm only on this because my Galaxy broke. This is they're sheeple. Am I right, Brandy? They sheeple.
I'll mute both of y'all ass right now on Mama's. I will.
Please.
I will say this, man. When people are always talking about, yo, you should get such and such on the show. You should get such and such on the show. I need y'all to understand. Understand this right now. Daryl is a really amazing friend. Somebody I love hanging with, talking to. Since the quarantine, we may have talked 3 times. And that 3 times is probably within the last month. Brody, really good friend of mine. Since the quarantine, we may have talked outside of Zooming with the homies, maybe 4 or 5 times. And this is my first time meeting I'm sorry.
Lavicia Jesley.
My first time meeting Javicia. I thought Brandy was set back in Chicago. Okay. Like I haven't seen Brandy any of this quarantine. So when people are like, yo, you got to get such and such on the show, trust me when I tell you I'm trying. But this show tonight took 3 weeks to lock in because of everybody's work schedule. Literally 3 weeks to get this show. Brody hit me up, was like, yo, my people will be great on the show. Boom, boom. I'm like, all right, cool, let's do it. Hit them up. Next week doesn't work for him. And then the week after that, it was good for Jay, but Daryl couldn't make it, right? So it took 3 weeks to get this fucking show planned. Trust me when I tell y'all, it's not because I'm not hearing y'all. It's not because I don't want to get the people on y'all suggest. It's literally timing and scheduling, man. So just give me a little grace with that, but I'm gonna try to get everybody on. Before we get out of here, man, I want to give a big shout out to the Rewatch Gangs, a group of people that rewatch all of the shows after it's already gone off. They come back when they get off work or whatever, and it happens, and I appreciate them for their support even after the fact. I get up in the morning at 7 o'clock in the morning, and the chat is still going. The live is still going because people start watching it an hour from now, 2 hours from now, and they just keep the chat going. Secondly, I want to give a shout out to my mods, MooreMods. They do an amazing job getting me all the information and also controlling the chat. People in the chat all night and just having a good time, and it is what it is. So y'all know I fumble. I'm sorry, I'm talking to the chat right now. Y'all know I be fucking up words. I be fumbling. That's what I do. Y'all be like literally counting all that shit. So what, nigga? I be fucking up.
We've been talking for 2 hours. It's okay to fumble.
Not only that, but like give a nigga some grace, which I hate that. Y'all just be hating. Y'all are so critical. I hope y'all that critical at y'all punk ass jobs where y'all be spilling shit and misspelling stuff in emails and shit. Next up, I want to give a shout out to LeBaron, Victoria Lewis, Janine Johnson, and I can't say your name. I'll just say Bueno. You got it in there. Bueno Dinero. Bueno Dinero. No the money. Okay. Thank y'all so much for watching another episode. Tomorrow we got another great episode for you guys. I want to thank my guests that came on tonight, man. It was an amazing group. Make sure you follow all of them. Support their work, man. Check them out what they got going on, man. And yeah, man, y'all love on each other. This has been another great show. We will see y'all tomorrow. Damn, I had an announcement. Oh, More Mob. I got a new show coming out for y'all tomorrow. So be looking out for that if you guys are in More Mob. You subscribe to the Patreon. I'm posting a new show for you guys tomorrow. Thank y'all so much for watching. Y'all been amazing. Talk to y'all tomorrow. Peace.